Get it. I got John Salerno was live. Is that it?
Oh, yeah, I got it.
John?
I got Wi-Fi.
Because it's not 90. Is it?
If you want to watch it,
Oh, there we go. All right.
Just here, make sure we got sound.
Yep, there we go.
Sam's coming?
Hey, welcome to the 99% Radio Network. Hey, the award-winning 99% Radio Network. We were, I want to congratulate everybody and thank you everybody for your votes this last couple of months for the 99 as we actually made it to the show, man. We won the award, and I want to thank everybody who voted. We are here at Giovanni's restaurant honoring our Veterans Day. So it's really not about the award that we won. It's about giving back to our veterans who serve us, who give back to us every day, who are still out there fighting, past and present. Our we can't thank them enough, and we have to honor them. And here at Giovanni's, they have done
No
that.
S.
Huh?
No S.
What?
Giovanni.
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 Well, here at Giovanni, we are honored to be part of this, and we thank him, the owner, for Andy, for opening up his restaurant to us. So, I'm going to turn this over real. What are you doing, man?
So you can hear. They can't hear you.
They can't hear me?
They can't hear you.
You better not.
Oh, okay.
You
Trying
sound
to help
like
you out, bro.
you're in a reverb.
Trying to help you.
All right, well, now the camera's on you guys because we are out in the field. So, look, let me just turn this camera around a little bit. There you go. All right, so it's you guys. Hey, hey, 12 and Mongo, man. Like I said, we are working through our little glitches out here because
We're live.
we're live out in boots on the ground. So, 12, tell us about today, man. What's it all about?
Brother, I'm so excited. This is a great show. Today is November 11th. We're out here at Giovanni in Rockwall on the harbor. It's a beautiful setting. We got lots of people around, and we're honoring our veterans. We're honoring all those who served. We got a great lineup. I don't even know what's going to happen except for two things. One is we're going to have Gio Martinez, the speed painter. He's going to do us a great patriotic painting, and we're going to talk to a lot of great vets and honor their service. Those two things I know for sure. Everything else is up in the air.
Now, for those who don't know about the speed painter, he was with us on the 9/11 memorial when we read the names, and he did a beautiful painting.
Oh,
in
hell
what,
yeah.
about 8 minutes, 9 minutes on the towers and guys hoisting the flag. It was beautiful.
It was great.
He does his whole painting within 2 songs, right?
Yep.
Man, this
10 minutes.
is such a talented guy. I can't wait to see what he has in store for us. So
I'm really excited about today, brother, because this really is. It's all about the veterans, and man, I don't think our audience can see them, but we have a whole bunch of vets lined up behind us that we're going to bring on and talk about them and their service to our country, all the great things that they've done. It's just going to be awesome, man, because that's what we're about. It's about honoring, respecting, serving our veterans and first responders. But today's about the veterans.
right now we are outside, so if you get a little background noise or if you can't hear us, please make it known. Say, hey, I'm having a hard time hearing you. I can't, whatever. But I know there's some echoes. We'll try to fix those the best we can. But
Hey, in the words of Gunny Hightower, all right, we are going to improvise, adapt, and overcome because we're live at Giovanni on the harbor in Rockwall.
you go.
Improvise, adapt, and overcome.
hold your mic up.
Okay.
Away from
Move your beer, Mongo. All right, we are going to improvise, adapt, and overcome, said Gunny Hightower.
All right.
You all right, Mongo? Second that? Wake up, Mongo.
I'm awake.
All right. We're good. All right.
So let's get this party rolling with where is he? Is he here yet? Oh,
Hey, wait a minute. Wait. I want to talk. God dang, show of the year. 2020
Show of the year.
show of the year.
Oh my goodness! All
Holy
right.
crap.
I got to tell you guys, I've been hearing this since day one that 12 wanted to make sure that we hit show of the year. And you know what?
Pack the ballot boxes.
There's no recount. There's no nothing. No investigation going on. But we did make show of the year. And you know what? I got to tell you, 12, you were determined to make sure that we got show of the year. We actually all went forward and we put boots on the ground. We helped vets. We helped first responders. And, our listeners voted. And we can't thank them enough for what they did and getting us this great honor through Fishbowl Radio Network.
Listen, I told you and I told Mongo, and you're absolutely right. We owe this to the people that listen in week in and week out. And we got votes from all around the world, people that listen to our show, people in Italy, people in UK, people in Ireland, New York. I mean,
Don't forget the one guy in Saudi
the
Arabia.
one guy in Saudi Arabia, he
And a
voted
guy
for
in South Texas.
the camel
Austin,
herder.
the guy from Austin.
Yeah, the camel herder in Pakistan, he voted for us. All right, but seriously, dude, because and me and Mongo know our place in this. We know what you do, day in and day out, to help our veterans.
No.
I'm
I'm
not
not
gonna
going to let you go there.
Yeah, you are.
This is a team effort.
I know it
This
is.
is not about one person.
It is not.
Is this about one veteran? Is this about one
It's
veteran?
about a lot. But
Then it's
I'm
about
just saying.
everybody. Past
Okay.
and present, it's about everybody. But I do thank you, brother.
All right.
I do.
Okay, I know.
I do.
This is because collectively we're making a difference, and we can say that definitively. We're making a difference in the lives of our veterans and first responders. And secondly, what made our show successful for 2020 since we started, a mere July of 19 is when, July 10th, 2019 is when we went live, is because you led the way. You set the tone. And the tone was this. This was our mission for the 99% Radio Network. It was to make a difference in our communities. And we decided collectively that what we would do is focus on motorcycle clubs, 99% motorcycle clubs that made a difference. And because of clubs like Iron Legacy, Southern Dogs, Invictus, Chaotic Angels, Celtic Warriors, Metal Militia, Nine Brothers, and they're going to be on today, by the way. Nine Brothers are going to be on. Seven Sin. I mean, there's so many. I know I might miss some. I apologize. I'm not trying to forget anybody. But because we brought them on the show, we talked about their rides, their charities, their chapters. That took us to a whole nother level because of the level of support that we got from the relationships that we made with those folks, the things that we've been able to accomplish since July of 2019. Honest, and I know a lot of stuff that we do, people don't see because we do it quietly and off the grid. But it's because of those clubs, especially the ones in DFW that have kind of partnered with us, we have really been able to make a difference in the lives of individuals, veterans, and first responders across North Texas, Southern Oklahoma, and in some cases, like with Spectre over in the UK, a veteran and a preacher over in Northern Ireland, not Northern Ireland, Dublin. We've been able to change people's lives for the better, and that's what this show is about. And when I heard that we were voted 2020 Show of the Year, it meant something because it means that people recognize that not just us, not just the three of us, but all the clubs that we've had on the show, and there have been many of them in the last however many months it is, have made a difference. And that, I can't tell you how proud I am, not only of you, Mongo, and you, Sideshow, but every single club that I just mentioned that we deal with, all of them. And I apologize if I left anyone out. I do not mean to. But I'm very excited, and my attention span is short. So.
Your attention span is a little short. You bring up you really bring up a good point about making a difference in people's lives. And people get overwhelmed at times where they feel they have to save the world, and it's not all about saving the world. It's about saving one individual at that one time, at that given moment in time. You can help. You can help out organizations. You can help out as many people as you can, but don't be discouraged because you can't help the world.
Right.
We help out one individual. We succeeded, and we move forward to the next individual. And with that, I want to bring up a past story that you had posted on Facebook, well, about a veteran that came to the B-Rock for help. They were in bad shape. He was going down that rabbit hole. Things weren't looking good, but you know what? One phone call to the B-Rock made a huge difference because of the network system that we have put in place with people helping each other. That life is saved, that person's life has been turned around. They now have a job. So tell us a little bit about that story you don't have to say names, but tell us a little bit about that story.
Well, first off, you're involved in that. Proctor, who's off camera right now, Bruce McElhenney from the PTSD, he was with the PTSD Foundation. He's now retired, and he's pursuing private ventures that same field, helping people, doing things that make a difference in people's lives, and we'll be talking to him after a while. But that day was significant for me because I've decided personally not to make a secret. I've got my own damn demons. I fight them all the time. Okay, we all do. We have them. You've been very public about your own battles with that. Mongo, I've known him forever. I know his demons. We share some of the same ones. This gentleman called, bad day. And I talked to you, if you remember, I talked to you that morning. I said, dude, this is fucked up. Just what's going on. It's bad. And then, not 15 minutes later, a gentleman walks in my office, him and his wife. And or actually, his wife called me first. And she said, my husband is despondent. He's suicidal. I don't know what to do. I can't help him. I'm like, okay, get him on the phone. Let's talk. So I started talking to him, and we talked and talked. And I was running out of things to say. I didn't know. I said everything I knew to say. So I called you. We were texting, actually.
I just want to pick up real quick to all listeners. If you are suicidal and you talk to 12, after about 5 minutes of talking to them, you're not going to want to kill yourself. You're going to think, oh my God, my life is much better than this. I'm going to stay on this planet just a little bit longer. Just please shut this guy up.
Thank you for that, brother. I appreciate that. But it went on for a long time, and finally, to be honest, I didn't know what else to say. I texted you. I said, dude, I'm in the middle of talking to this guy. I've run out of things to say. Help me. I need you. I texted Proctor. I said, hey, I'm in the middle of this. I don't know what to say to this guy. Help me out. Immediately, right away, both of you guys said, I'm here. What do you need? Anything you need. Long story short, we got the guy some help. We got him to carry the story out by several weeks. We got him a job. We got his wife the dental treatment that she needed. We helped her, and then like a few days ago, a week ago, I guess it's been now, I got a message from her. She said, I just want to tell you how much I appreciate the help that the 99% Radio Network, Third Watch, you, Badge of Honor, Proctor, who at the time was still with the PTSD Foundation, but he does shit with people. That's two. What?
That's two.
Is the FCC calling?
No, they're not calling us down.
I'm just telling you.
I'm sorry.
One article closed for every customer.
Okay, so I'm passionate about this, but I mean, he's got a job, he's working, and collectively, what we do made a difference in that family's life. And buddy, I'm telling you, I could get emotional right now about it because we saved that guy. I don't know if we saved him, but collectively we changed the direction of his life. He didn't go down that path that he was headed down, and I can say, I believe definitively, he's not going to be one of the 22. He's not. He's not going to be one of the 20. He's got his shit back together, and things are going well. And that has to do with because the people in this group and in our larger group, they care about these people. And we've talked on the air, the stuff that you and Bruce have done, how many hours you put in. I remember with Brian, that whole weekend that you spent chasing him around, DFW. Bruce helped get him into Camp Hope. We got him into, with David Thompson at Veterans Outpost. There was 6 months of work, okay, that people stayed on top of because we give a shit, because we care about what the hell we're doing here, and it matters. And when you have one person, just one person, and I talked to Sam Horowitz today. I saw her at a little get-together over at the Y here in Rockwall. And she said, I said, well, we know we've saved 6 people. She said, no, 7 people now. 7 people in 2 years. Brother,
that's an accomplishment.
That's what the hell we do this for.
That's an accomplishment.
Right? That's what we do this
for. See, and what we try to do and what we try to bring to other, to everybody, our listeners, is that, this is a network. This is a team effort. It cannot be handled by one person. There's many resources that go in that are involved, handoffs. But you know what? As long as we get to that goal line together, it's a team. Not like the Raiders who.
He went there.
I did go there.
I think Jets are 0-9.
It's not like the Raiders who always fumble. Hey, they're 0-8, but who cares?
Okay, yeah, well, it's 0-8, 0-9.
Yeah, but at least they work as a team. The Raiders.
You're just being optimistic. 0-9 next week.
And that's what we want to bring to everybody, is that it's a network of people. It's a team effort. It's bringing the right people, the right resources to the right person for whatever their needs are. And the V-Rock, a badge of honor, Blue Health, Survive First, Trauma Behind the Badge. There are so many vetted resources out there. John Edmondson, with Healing Springs Ranch right here. There's so many that are out there to help that you can just pick up the phone call and say, hey, I have a veteran. Hey, I have a first responder. Hey, I have somebody who needs help if you can't answer. So, you could always call one of us and say, hey, what direction do I go in? Because, you know what, we're always listening. We're always there for you. And we will always be there for you. And that's what brings this show to a different level. That's what brings Bad Radio to a different level.
So today is about having fun because we're
Yes.
remote.
Yep.
Giovanni's taking care of us. He's already been plying us with alcohol and sticks. We're having fun. But before we get on to the fun,
let's bring him in.
This is
where is he?
He's over there. This is the thing about this. The people in this group right here, beyond any doubt, give a shit. And that's why I have so much respect for you, for him, for all these people here. They care. They're willing to invest of their time, their effort, because they're committed to this mission. For us, it's to honor, serve, and support our veterans and first responders, other people, the 9 Brothers, for example, just to pick one. We're going to feed the homeless, going to fill up the food pantries. And I think Rigid from 9 Brothers is going to call in. By the way, which phone? What do they use to call in now?
Yeah.
How do we get them in? Do they need to call like my personal phone or what?
Yeah.
How do we do that?
Yeah, you can't. Today we can't call it because we don't have a phone line.
But so Rigid could call me on the phone and I could put it up to the mic.
You could try. Yeah, of course.
Will that work?
Listen, do I look like fucking Bill Gates?
You look like that's freaking Einstein with your hair there.
Wait
bro.
a minute.
What the hell?
Wait.
Okay, Rigid, I know you're out there listening right now. So here in a little bit, I'll give you a cue and you can call me on my phone. We'll try to do this because we're winging it, bro.
Let's get our first guest in here.
Okay,
Yeah.
So you ready for our first guest?
Yeah, let's
All
bring him
right,
in.
let's do it. Call him on.
All right.
Bring him on.
We're once again, like I said, we are boots on the ground here at
Speaking of,
Giovanni,
I lost my shoe.
Giovanni restaurant on the harbor here in Rockwall,
Let's get right in between
Texas.
us.
And it's always nice to have a local business, a restaurant, give back to the community because, the community gives to them. And when you have somebody who has, been there, who has served the fight, who has been in the shoes of our veterans, he wants to give back. And, he is blessed to be able to give that opportunity back. So I want to welcome you, the owner of Giovanni. How are you doing? Angie, right?
Agron.
That's
how they say it. That's how they say it in New York.
Yeah, Agron. Well, he's from North Jersey, so he understands.
So it's different in Jersey.
I will say this. Angie could be a good nickname because we had a guy I worked with.
Angie was my ex-girlfriend's name, actually.
I was thinking about
It's
her.
funny you said that.
We called Angelo Angie, and he appreciated it.
I was thinking about Angie. But
I have a complaint.
we'll discuss that off
I have
air.
a complaint. These are 2 Marines. I'm Navy, and I'm over here. This is not right.
You notice that
this is messed up.
You notice the
you
Marine.
need to be in the
this
middle.
is messed up.
The Marines scooted you
I
over
know
the side.
I'm like,
They
I'm
pushed
probably
you
not
aside.
even in the picture right now.
Yeah, well, that's what happens. That's what happens.
We love our sports.
Thank you.
We love this,
brother.
Oh,
This is
my
great.
pleasure. It's such a great cause to have you guys here. Actually, just honestly, I never knew anything about it until about a few months ago when Dan Cleese told me everything about it. He was a customer here, and he sat me down, told me all about it, and I was all on board. Are you kidding me? Anything I can do for the veteran community.
Now, as a veteran, you're a veteran yourself.
I am. To 99 to late 03, I was stationed at 8th and 9 Marine Barracks, Washington, D.C.
Well, there you go.
Hoorah!
I was with the Honor Guard, and while I was there, we buried our fallen out in the Johnson National Cemetery. I was part of the Royal Famous Body Bearers Platoon, and I also instructed Marine Corps martial arts.
So we don't want to mess with you right now.
No, you can.
So you better move back over.
No, you can mess with me. We're all infantry there. We're all 0311s or any kind of infantry, Marine Corps infantry. You've got to have a clearance there. So it was an honor to serve 8th and 9 Marine Barracks, the oldest post in the Marine Corps.
Now, before we went on air, we discussed a little bit about your personal history coming from North Jersey, the East Coast, and coming here and going into the restaurant business. You have a few restaurants around the Texas, the DFW area, and tell us how a veteran got into this business and made it so successful. It's beautiful. The inside of your restaurant is gorgeous. The food. I saw Harwood eating a hamburger with some fries.
Great.
Oh my God! It looked like something you only see on TV. How did you get into this from being a Marine?
I mean, long story short, God, I mean, everyone says I should write a book of what I've done in my life, but
Yes.
long story short, my dad was a big restaurateur in New York, New Jersey. I grew up in the business. I actually never went into it until about 4 years ago. Growing up, you always see that one commercial, the few, the proud, the Marines.
Right.
You had that amber growing inside of you. And, from when I was like 7 years old, I was washing dishes in my dad's restaurant. I was a server, I was a busser. And I just saw what it did. My dad was always working. So I'm like, something I always wanted to do is join the Marine Corps. And one day I just went to a recruiter's office. 2 weeks later, I was standing on those yellow footprints at Parris Island. I'm an East Coast Marine.
Parris Island right here.
Yeah, Parris Island. So I was standing on those yellow footprints, and it's just something I decided to do. And 5 years later, I got stationed at 8th and 9th Marine Barracks, and then from DC, it's like a second home. From the Marine Corps, I worked for the State Department. I was with DS. I was a diplomatic security officer. I was stationed at the Blair House, which had a TSSCI clearance there. I will never forget that day. And also, I'll never forget the day of that Tuesday morning, 9/11, 2001. I was on the Capitol steps and saw that plane hit the Pentagon. I'll never forget that day.
God.
And then I went after the Marine Corps State Department, I went into the private sector. I was with EP work, executive protection. And I did that for about 10 and a half, 11 years. And I just got tired of it, honestly, always traveling. And I knew the restaurant business. I have family here in the DFW. And I just came down here just to check out the area and found good deals. And I'm like, I'm going to go in the restaurant business. My dad thought I was crazy. But here I am. Three years later, it was the greatest move I ever did. I love Texas. I wish I moved here 20 years ago.
Now, let me ask you a quick question, because you've been involved in a lot. And you bring back that Tuesday morning back in 2001, it's got to affect you in a certain way, throughout your career. As a veteran, does the restaurant business give you some sort of healing, giving back? How does that uplift you to deal with your demons? Because everybody does have demons, and everybody has those battles. So how does that help you?
It gives me a chance to give back. Everyone comes here, I give a good product out, good service. I'm a people person. I like hearing people's stories and background. As far as the healing is something that I deal with. Seeing that that one day on 9/11, and then being in what I did in the Marine Corps, and burying 543 Marines at Arlington National Cemetery, presenting that flag to the families. But as far as the healing, I deal with that in my own way. But I love giving back. I'm a people person. That's why I'm doing this. And it's also, as a veteran, giving back to the community, to veterans that need it. I've been fortunate in my life to see where I'm at right now and to give back to what I'm doing.
Well, we can't thank you enough for what you're doing today and what you always do and you continue to do. Your past service and now your beautiful restaurant. And I hope COVID ends soon and you prosper and you flourish.
Thank you so much.
Because it's businesses like yours that need to be, not go out of business. We see so many small businesses going out of business. We don't want that to happen here. We want to make sure we can bring the customer base back to you. We want to make sure we can advertise for you. We want to make sure that people are coming to the right place for the right reason.
And this is a great cause, especially on this day, Veterans Day. Come out here. We will take care of you, and not even only on this day. Just let us know you're a veteran, you're a first responder, you're a police officer.
You're in the Navy.
EMT.
You're a Navy
forget
guy.
the Navy
They
guys.
even
We
take
don't
care
care
of Navy guys.
Yeah, once in a while.
So,
They'll
We'll
sit
take care of you
they'll sit
here.
you by the bathroom, but it's all right.
oh my God. So tell us where. So we have a lot of folks that watch the show in the Rowlett, Rockwall, Lake Ray, Hubbard area.
Yeah.
Give them an address where to come to. We're at
So,
the Harvard Rockwall.
We're at
What's the
Harvard
address?
2091 Summerlee Drive. It's literally right in front of you as soon as you go down that road to park. We're right in front of your face, right in front of the fountain. Come on down. It's the best Italian. I don't want to just say something like that, but I promise you, it's the best Italian you'll ever have. It's
Great food,
It's a scratch
great
kitchen,
location.
fresh pasta, all desserts are made in house, fresh seafood. I promise you, we won't disappoint.
You're hosting the cigar event on the air, right?
Yeah, actually, I am. El
be there.
Fuego, right across from Giovanni, which is El Fuego. We have a cigar event. I think it's next Monday, right?
It is Monday, yeah. I'll
Yes,
be there.
Monday. Come on down. If you haven't bought, I think there's a ticket for it here.
I think it's you have to pre-buy the tickets.
Pre-buy the
but,
tickets.
yeah.
Come on down. It's a set menu. We got some fillets, fresh fish, fresh pastas. Come on down. I love this, what we did. I'm so happy to be a part of it. I want to say first watch, right? First watch.
Third watch.
Third watch. I apologize.
That's
Third watch.
That's why I called you
Jesus.
Angie. You
know
called
what?
me
I'm not
third.
gonna lie.
That's fine.
They had these magnificent donations. If you donate, you get these cups. And I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, those are courtesy. By the way, those cups
Oh.
and stuff are courtesy of Little Tex
Yes.
and the Chaotic Angels. They're stepping up to do their
Oh,
part.
they
to
did a
support
great
us.
job.
God bless. God bless.
Third watch, great organization. I'm so happy I did this and looking to do things in the future. I would love to
Fantastic.
support whatever you need. I'm
We
there
will
for
support you as well.
Whatever
We
the
will support
veterans
you right
community,
back.
first responders.
And by the way, Mongo, your fans are saying that you're talking like a woman. They can't hear you. So
Seriously?
they said, go up there and speak up a little bit, okay?
Really?
I'm just saying. I'm trying to
Our
help you out.
guest
bro.
is holding the microphone. I'm
No,
being
but
polite.
you got to like talk loud because
I don't want to take it too close
Come
to
on.
my face. 'Cause, you know,
Well, that's what Mongo said. He didn't want to put this big white ball on his chin
yeah,
again.
I'm a Marine, not a Navy guy.
Oh! Oh!
No, I didn't say that.
All right, man.
FCC.
As you guys can see, we are having a good time.
Human
with some veterans.
resources.
We're having a great time with some veterans. And, the owners of Giovanni, not
Giovanni,
Giovanni.
no S.
No S.
No S.
No S.
Giovanni.
By the way, that's my nephew. By the way, I named this restaurant after my nephew.
My North Jersey counterpart. Glad to see him. He's in Texas. And this is what Veterans Day is all about. It's about honoring and serving all veterans who serve us every single day. And you know what? If we could sit around, we share some stories, we have some laughs, and we support those who are having a tough time out there, supporting themselves. As a brother, we never leave a brother behind. We pick him up, we clean him up, and we make him the best that he could be in that moment. And that's what you're doing here at Giovanni Restaurant in Rockwall.
Before you go, favorite story, favorite time, favorite memory from the military.
Oh my gosh!
When he
I know
kicked
you-
the shit
I know
out of
you
a
got-
Navy
I know
guy.
you got-
my God.
I know you got a bunch, I'm sure, but favorite one.
Oh,
Favorite one.
can I say boot camp?
Yeah, well, was that your
Okay.
favorite?
Not a favorite. That was just a nightmare. But I don't know. Favorite story. Honestly, you know what the favorite thing is meeting all different kind of personalities from everywhere in the United States. It could be East Coast, West Coast. We all bonded. That is my favorite story, is meeting different kind of personalities from any kind of state. Because I have brothers and sisters in everywhere in the United States. That's actually, honestly, that's my favorite story.
So I got one,
Yeah.
one other
Different
question
personalities.
for you then. So you said you worked at the Blair House.
Yes.
Everybody that knows history, and I love history, how
Has a
famous
lot
the
of
Blair House.
history.
There's a ton of history. So how cool was it for you to like to get to prowl around the Blair House and
Oh,
just
I can
knowing
tell you
all
a
the
great
stuff that
story. You
happened?
want to know a
I
story?
want to
Real
know.
quick.
Yeah, I do.
Real quick. So I would say I'm about 6 months in. I'm assigned to the Blair House after Embassy Row when I worked for the State Department. And I'm doing my walk around. I have a big thing of keys on my side. It's about 60,000 square feet. Everyone doesn't know. It's right
you
across the
grab
street
Floyd?
from. I don't know if I should be Floyd.
Yeah,
I can
whatever
see-
you
I
can
can
say.
be-
Go ahead.
There's some things I can't say. But
You say what you can.
everyone knows. It's across the street. It's a bunch of row homes. That's the Blair House. So there's a famous room to this. It's still there to this day. They made a movie about it. Well, not about specifically that room, but I believe it's called Old Glory. It was in the late '90s. A great movie. If you haven't seen it, you have to watch it. There's a famous scene in that movie is where President Lincoln sits down. It was during the Civil War. President Lincoln sits down.
Not in the theater.
No.
that was
President
sports.
Lincoln sits down. Oh my gosh! I apologize.
No, you're good.
That's all right.
It's the blue
That's
drink.
okay.
It's the blue drink.
The Commander of the South, General Lee.
General Lee. Oh
Yeah.
my! I apologize
Yeah.
for whoever this.
That's all
I know
right.
this every day. Just it's Tito's
We're
fault.
getting text by General Lee's granddaughter going, what the hell? What the hell?
President Confederacy, right?
President Lincoln asked General Lee to command the Union Army.
He did.
In that room in the Blair House is where he turned down President Lincoln, saying, "I'm sorry, with honor, I am a Southern, and
Son of the South.
I am going to command the Confederate." And that room is still there to that day. Same sofa, painting, and to this day, it's called the Lincoln Room. Oh, Robert E. Lee Room. I apologize.
Wow.
And when you walk into that room, it gives you chills.
I bet. The history.
The history
The
there.
history in that room is
So
amazing.
I will never forget that. That's part of what I had at the Blair House.
Which is one of the reasons we cannot forget history.
No.
We can't tear
Especially
down
what's
history.
going on right now.
No, we can't tear down history. We got to remember history because of moments like that. That you're able to walk in that room and you can feel that 150 years ago, you can feel that same thing that they felt, the patriotism, the Americanism.
Yep.
You feel that. So that's why we cannot ever erase history.
I'll never forget that day. And it was an honor to serve there. And you can't. Everyone wants to erase history. You can't do that. You won't know your past. You got to know your past to learn for your future.
Right, and we can always do better. We
Yes,
always
exactly.
do better. Every generation does better, and we got to strive to do better.
Listen,
All right.
brother, thank you so
very
much for your
much.
service.
My pleasure.
We appreciate it.
My
Thank you for hosting here at Giovanni on the harbor in Rockwall, hosting Third Watch FF Vet MC fundraiser. The money and you're donating. And by the way, we didn't mention this.
yes,
You are donating a portion of your proceeds tonight
Yes.
back to help our veterans. So
Of course.
thank you so
Anything
much.
I do,
We appreciate
simplify.
it.
Love everybody. Hoorah.
Hoorah! Hoorah!
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Go get another blue drink.
Oh my God! Sorry,
Now-
about the fucking Tito's. I'm not gonna lie. I can't believe I couldn't think of that.
We're just starting off. So it's gonna be, like I said, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be a great day. When we talk, you hear about the Marines and you hear about the Navy, fighting back and forth, and the Army and the Air Force, and then those guys in the Coast Guard. It's camaraderie that builds
That's how they
morality.
say it in New York.
Camaraderie that builds
Camaraderie.
morality. It builds a brotherhood. If we can't joke around and give each other that little bit of ribbon, then we have failed as a society. We failed as a brotherhood. We can't take things to heart. We have to be able to take it as a lift up as we help each other. But our next guest is someone we don't want to rib about. We don't want to because
you don't want your ass kicked.
I don't want my ass kicked because this gentleman has served our country. He has served it in a capacity that we are proud of. We are proud to know. We are proud to know him. He has done more for this country, service, community-wise, spiritual-wise, and changing the lives of others. I'm proud to welcome, U.S. Navy SEAL Floyd McClendon.
While Floyd's getting situated, I'm going to tell a story real fast before he.
Wait a minute, what is
He
it?
takes over.
So,
You see his head growing?
my,
Wait.
my adopted father retired from the Navy as a command master chief. But in his early career, he was stationed at Mare Island Naval Base on a submarine. And I was probably about 7 or 8 years old at the time. And those are back in the days when they actually had Marines guarding the naval bases. So I'm driving onto the base with my mom. She's driving. I'm the passenger, obviously. And standing in my seat, because we didn't have seatbelts back in those days. And it was summertime. The Marine at the gates got his khaki blouse on, got his green trousers. He's got white gloves on. And as we pull up, he stops us. He's checking my mom's ID. And while he's checking her ID, I go, "Hey, Mom, why is that Marine wearing women's gloves?" Well, she backhanded me across my face. I went back into the seat, sat down, quiet, wonder why I just got popped in the mouth. And as we drove off, she goes, "You don't ever talk about Marines like that." I had no idea what she was talking about, but at that point in my life, I knew I'm joining the Marine Corps when I grow old because my mom is afraid of those dudes for whatever reason. That's cool. So with that, I'm going to turn over to my
She gave you a couple of crayons to keep drawing.
That's right. Lloyd, there you go, brother. You got to talk into the ball.
Lloyd,
Just don't be like a Marine and put it on your chin.
Floyd,
Only sailors do that.
it's one, it's an honor to know you and call you my brother. You know, you have done so much in your lifetime in a short period of time. When we look at the span of life, you've done so much for so many. You know, your path has touched many lives, and you know, through the service, through community. What got you rolling on this path of, you know, giving?
A
lot of alcohol.
Yeah, no.
You wanted a different question.
Wait, how long did this take? Yeah.
You need a bottle? I'll go get it.
So the short story is I grew into service. So it wasn't.
Bring it a little bit closer.
The short answer is that I grew into service. It wasn't something that I was a kid. I looked at wanting to serve my country. No. I joined the military just to get away from home. And then I was blessed enough to evolve, by my 5th or 6th year to consider the military a career. And then going the path of becoming a Navy SEAL taught me, certain leadership. So it was, I had to mature and evolve into that particular man. But I appreciate the accolades, but I haven't done much considering what our past veterans have done for our country. So my drive is to continue to push to represent them.
The story that I like, you probably got a lot of stories I don't know about, but the one that I like the best is your story of perseverance, because you couldn't swim that well when you started out, right?
No, I didn't swim at all.
Yeah, that's why. Well, I said that. Well, I'm trying to give you some credit, brother. All right, he swam like a brick.
But pretty much.
Hey,
Something you have in common.
Swimming. Well, I do now. Swimming like a brick, and he became a Navy SEAL because he didn't quit the first time. He went back for more, and I dig that story because he wouldn't give up. Like he had a goal. I want to be a SEAL. I didn't do it the first time because I can't swim. Taught himself, got better, and obviously SEALs live in the water because they swim. My brother here is a SEAL.
But see, one, and you just to rewind a minute, Floyd, you turned around and you said you never wanted to go into the service, but you know what? I want to give credit to your parents, because they built this man, right? They put you on this path of perseverance, resiliency. They taught you how to never give up, how to keep striving.
Yeah.
Not every child is given that. So if you were to say that some of the parents out there that are struggling, that may not know how to what path their kids should go on, what would some advice that you could give a new parent, what your parents did for you?
Well, I mean, you're right. So my parents are a huge part of my success when it comes to where I'm at. My dad, he's a Marine. He served in Vietnam. I have 2 brothers who are Army. So I would share with parents is just love your kid. Teach them, to be kind and respectful and loving to all human beings, and to nurture them when they have an interest in whatever it is that's going on in their life that will help them grow and mature and do something positive. If you do that, I think for the most part, your children will grow up and find that path, to be a servant, to our country, which all human beings are. We're supposed to serve each other, right? So it's just finding that gift, and helping them, just not be afraid to
Mold them.
not be afraid to think outside the box, not be afraid to fail, right? Those kind of things. Not be afraid to really just give your all and trust in the process. So that'll be my advice for new parents and just parents in general.
Now, what gave you the, you serve, some people go in, they serve for a couple of years, and then they're out, they serve 4 years. You wanted to make a career out of it, you wanted to better, you wanted to keep going. You wanted to become a Navy SEAL. You wanted, and then your first stint in training, you, and as Mongo said, you couldn't swim, you had an issue with swimming, but that didn't put a hurdle in front of you. I mean, it put a hurdle in front of you, but you know what? You leaped over it and said, I'm not done. I'm not quitting.
So let me ask you a question, Floyd. So the first time you rang the bell, I'm sure, I can't even imagine the emotion that you felt. Compare that to when you made it, when you were done, when you got through BUD/S successfully, and you made it all the way through that program, and you're at that moment like, I've made it. What did that feel like? Because you ring the bell, and then you set yourself like, I'm going to learn how to swim. I'm going to beat this thing. I'm not quitting. I'm going to see it through again. And you had to go through all that crap again, hell week, everything. Twice, 3 times that you had to go through that crap.
You're just a glutton for punishment.
So no, that's determination. This guy, our brother here is the real fucking deal.
It's a success.
Right?
Exactly. When you think about it, it's a success story, but it shows that if you put your mind to something, if you put your mind to something, you can overcome any obstacle. And don't give up, because it will come.
So how did you feel
don't get discouraged
when you knew that you had successfully passed BUD/S and you were fixing to move on to the next element? What was that feeling like?
So I'm not that hard. I learned how to swim before I went to BUD/S for the first time. Like I think that would be just insanity if I went and didn't know how to swim. But once I said I wanted to be a Navy SEAL, that's when I jumped into the pool and started to. I wouldn't even call it swimming. It took me about
bobbing.
Right. So it took me about, I call it survival. Not stopping in the middle, else I would drown. It took me about 6 months to really figure out what I was doing. But I never had that moment because there was never an opportunity to sit back and rest and be like, wow, I did it. Right? Because it was graduate BUD/S and then you're off to SQT. And then you're focused on getting through that. And then you get to the teams. Now you're building a relationship with your brothers and the platoon, and you're trying to basically build your self-worth, for the platoon of your brothers to go down the range and do work with them. So there was never a time for me to sit back and be like, yeah, I made it, right? And I really didn't start thinking about the accomplishments until I retired 3 years ago.
Wow.
Right, and then
because your brain is constantly going.
You're constantly, you're always training. You're always trying to improve. You always want to put yourself in a higher position to where you're able to serve your brothers and your country. So you're not really sitting back and be like, yeah, we did that. And if we are thinking about things, it's about how can we improve on something that we messed up on, or how we can improve on a technique or tactic or procedure that's going to make us more successful, right? So, and that's what that's what your brothers, teach you. That's what the training teach you, is to always push and always challenge and always think outside the box, because there are some evil forces in this world, and there need to be a certain type of human being that's there to make sure that they don't win. Right. So, and that was our focus. That was my focus, was because I did not want to fall short. Right. If something really happened, right, and I look back on me and see, well, did I train hard enough? Was I
always second guessing
Was
yourself?
I educated enough? Was I ready and prepared? To be there for my brother, or to lead, or to lead warriors, or to defend my country. And I never wanted to answer that as no, I wasn't. Right?
Well, let me ask you this: with the training in the military, the Navy SEAL training, now you're retired. All right, I'm sure a lot of that training, the stuff you learned throughout your life, bleeds over into your civilian life. right? How do you feel it has built you as a person on your civilian life toward your community?
Well, it's just building me to find another way to serve. Right now, I'm doing it on the other side. I'm no longer in the military. Like I'm no longer a warrior on the front lines kicking indoors. Now
Yes, you are.
I want to.
You just done another front.
You're a warrior for
You're a warrior.
our community.
But it's on a different platform,
Right?
right? It's on American soil. It's wanting to be a servant leader, to our people. It's wanting to impact, legislation and bring forth what's best for the country as we move forward, right? So it hasn't stopped, So and I'm constantly trying to figure out and educate myself and evolve and get stronger and faster and smarter, right? In order to once again represent those who are doing what I did, those who did what I did, and those who paid, the ultimate sacrifice. So I'm just continuing to, because I feel like I still owe, right? I feel like I still owe the American people, our country. I still owe you, right? Because I don't think that I've given everything that I can give.
We owe ourselves. We owe, like you said, we owe ourselves to continually be better than what we were yesterday.
Absolutely.
And that's what we owe. And we got to take that and move it forward and give it to the people that are just either less fortunate, fell on hard times, or not in a good place right now. We can bring them up as a community, as unity, together. That's what it's all about. And to have you represent and to have someone who has been through the hard times, who's worked through them, has jumped over those hurdles, and said, you know what? And you do it so humble. You really do. You do it. You are so humble with it.
Gets me to dark one by myself. Let's see how you feel about that answer. Yeah.
No, but and that's what this is. That's what humanity is all about. It's not separating sides. It's reaching your hand out, grabbing another person, another human being, and saying, "Come on, I got you."
So before I ask him what his favorite memory, or one of his favorite memories from his time in the Naval Service is, I have a memory of Floyd, and it kind of fits in with what you said. So most people know by now that Floyd is, he's been prospecting with Third Watch.
Yeah.
And he's been a great prospect. And I've got to know Floyd over the last about a year and a half now, in a couple different forms. I met him originally at the V-Rock, got to know him as he tried to give back, as he gave back to the community. But one story that just, I'm never going to forget this as long as I live. So every year Third Watch takes a road trip, and this year we went up to the Current River, and we were at the hotel. One of his prices of admission, if you will, was I told him, I said, you just got to be ready whenever I say you have to do the Navy SEAL ethos.
You're going to make some nursing home recipient
I know.
very unhappy if you're sitting next
That's
to him.
okay, but that's
Holy
all right.
crap, my ears are bleeding.
All right. So,
Yeah.
all right. So
I'm
everybody,
take my medication because I'm ready to leave.
I'm taking out my hearing
I
aids.
got 2 words for you. All right. So, but everybody thinks that
You'll
was
never have just 2 words for me.
from Lone Survivor. Everybody thinks that was it. So I told Floyd, we were all gathered around. I said, Floyd, and I was thinking it was going to be that. I was thinking it was kind of a joke in humorous. So I said, but it wasn't, and that's why this is important. I said, you know what, Floyd, it's time. You're on right now. So he kind of gave a preamble. He told us how this code of honor, this code of conduct came about. And I knew right away, I'm like, this is not what I expected. This is not the movies. This is real life. Now, he did it with a little sense of humor. He did it in the manner of Samuel L. Jackson. You know Samuel L. Jackson. Everything is, you know Samuel L. Jackson, right?
I know. Yeah, right. Me and him hung out yesterday.
Exactly, yeah. But he did it in that manner, okay? But I'm going to tell you what. When this man was done with that, I wanted to stand at attention and sing God Bless America and the Star Spangled Banner back to back. It moved me. People were moved to tears by his conviction, because you could tell, and this is, anybody could have got up there and said this, anybody could, right? But you could tell it was coming from his heart, that he believes the words that he uttered.
about service, about sacrifice, okay, about brotherhood, okay, about putting your brother first. And you can let whatever the movies, that's one thing, but this was the real deal. And every person there that was honored, and I was honored to hear him recite that night. And I will never, until my dying day, I'm hoping that he comes to my funeral and repeats that. I would be honored for him to do that. If I could have half of that, what he displayed, what I've seen him display, that service to community, that service to others. I'm telling you what, it's a magnificent thing. I love this brother right here. He is the real fucking deal, okay? In the words of Samuel L. Jackson. I know that's he's going to call, right? I don't care. I'll pay the fine, right? Whatever. So I got a 6-pack of beer. But I'm telling you, he's a real deal, and this guy has a servant's heart. He wants to give back, and that today's Veterans Day. It's all about veterans. That's what every veteran does. They give back. They give back to their country. They give back to their community. They never stop. They keep giving. So, having said that, what's your favorite memory of your time in the Navy? One of them.
One of them. So most of my favorite memories is when my brothers were there to save my life.
There he is.
So, for example, we're doing a training exercise, and I mean most people know, like Navy SEALs, we take off all the training wheels, as many training wheels as we can. So, literally, if something catastrophic happens, someone is getting severely injured or killed, like even in training. So we're doing this training operation where we get contacted at a village and we have to fight back to the water, and then we have to put on our water gear and swim out to the boats. So we get contacted, we're fighting our way back to the water, and it's a rocky entrance into this ocean. And so the way that, half will do security, the other half will put their fans on and be ready to swim, right? Those who are security engaging. So here it is. They'll take, if you're not looking at the back of the ocean, the guys who are, they'll say wave. They'll call out wave to let you know, brace yourself. Here comes a big wave. Don't let it, knock you over, because you're supposed to be dealing with the enemy. Well, the call comes out, wave. This huge wave comes up, and it snatches me and about 5 other dudes off this rock shelf that we didn't know we were on. And immediately, boom, like we're pulled out to sea. Now, at the time, I was a 48 gunner or a 60 gunner, right? So I carry a Mark 48 fully loaded. It's about 29 pounds, right? My kit is about 60 pounds. And,
wow.
And here it is, I get pulled off the shelf. And, so immediately,
you're going sinking.
Right? Now, we have a rule, 6 feet. Like, you always want your brother to be 6 feet. And thank goodness, because before I even realized that I was underwater sinking, my buddy reached down, grabbed me, and, kind of, helped me back to the surface. The second thing that saved my life was the preparation the day before to rig your gear to make it neutral, right? Because I have 90 additional pounds on me and I get sucked into the sea. You don't make it neutral, then I would have dropped a lot faster.
What does that mean, make it neutral?
So meaning you don't want it to float, right? You don't want it to float because if somebody's shooting at you, you won't be able to get underwater, right? But if you don't treat it and it's just weight, you're going to immediately drive down to the bottom of the ocean, right? So what you do is you put enough flotation to where it's neutral about 10 to 15 feet, right?
Okay,
so then you'll sink down so you don't get shot, but you won't sink to the ocean to where you lose your life. And I prepped my gear so I wouldn't sink as fast, and I wouldn't go to a certain level, which gave time for my teammate to pull me up to where I wouldn't drown. So those are the moments that I remember, is my teammates being there for me when I needed it the most, right? Because they weren't there, and I wouldn't be here, and vice versa, right? You want to be there for your teammates during their time, because shit like that happens every day when we were training. But because of the bond that we built and the training that we did, we were there to cover for each other, and everybody came back. Mostly came back.
Yeah,
Well, you know what, brother? You are the real deal. We love you. I am
I am proud to know you. I'm honored to call you my brother and my friend. I love you, brother.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, man.
Thank you for coming
We
on.
appreciate it. Happy Veterans Day.
Absolutely.
Thank you for serving. Thank you for everything you're doing,
Absolutely.
man.
With having you
And,
on the way.
God bless you to be on the show. Thank you so much.
And maybe you could give Mongo some swimming lessons because he swims like a rock right now.
But I know this, and I'm patient. I will go to the bottom and wait. I will just wait.
I'll come get you.
All right.
I'll come get you.
Lloyd, thank you so much, man.
Mongo,
Appreciate it.
Don't worry about it. I'll be right there beside you, brother.
All right, man. Hey, listen, once again, this is the 99% Radio Network. It has been a pleasure. We're still going on. We're at Giovanni's restaurant here in Rockwall, Texas.
Gino the Speed Painter coming up.
Giving back to our veterans.
Are we going to commercial?
Yeah, we're going to go to commercial because you just talk too much. And listen, we'll be back with Giovanni.
Well,
Gino the Speed Painter.
Gino the Speed Painter. If you saw him on our 9/11 when we were at Heroes Bridge doing the 9/11 names, he in two songs. Yeah, in 2 songs, he painted a beautiful portrait, and he's going to do the same here once we come back from commercial. So please stay tuned. Let me just see if I can load this up. Well, that's not it.
I want to find it.
Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
I want to find it. I want to work for you, and I want to. You're going to be my mentor.
I'm still learning. This whole thing here.
You know, well, I think I'm gonna learn more from you.
We're just gonna play this.
All right.
Once again, we'll be back right after this.
Right. Now, here's one thing that you have to learn, okay? You have to learn how to ride 80 miles an hour side saddle. Not a good time.
Hey, I will ride side saddle.
He
I
knows
don't care.
exactly what I'm doing.
Because I don't care.
And you have to be able to stand on the highway thing. And crouch like this while you're riding 80 miles an hour. I watched this and I was right behind him. I'm like, oh my God. I'm talking about, we're not talking so high. I'm talking 100 miles. Shit. Right? Now I'm talking about on the seat. I'm
So my flight I'm not on the I got 6 leads going.
Okay, you can help me.
Now, this like this part of the tire, okay?
Yeah, I know.
Her seat's like this.
You got one of the little right things. Got things, right?
Yeah,
Oh, shit. What do you got? Oh, dude. I just didn't know I'm 61 years old. You know, I'm old something
Just lower the radio for a second.
Stand right here, Gino.
Yeah, you got a little bit. All right, we're going back live.
This is so exciting. Woohoo!
All right, welcome back to the 99% Radio Network, the award-winning 99% Radio Network.
Woohoo!
Here at Giovanni's in Rockwall, Texas, man, honoring our veterans and talking with them, having conversations with them, and learning, what brought them into the military life and what makes them so valuable to all our communities after they retire. Well, I want to thank everybody so far for joining in. If you missed the first half of the show, man, shame on you because you should have tuned in a little sooner. But the show is just going to keep getting better and better. Right now, we got Gino, the speed painter.
This is freaking amazing right here.
All right. Gino, let me just move this camera a little bit.
Can I talk while you're
Go.
adjusting?
Yep.
So we first met Gino. He stepped up and he volunteered to come out and paint at our 9/11 ceremony back in September.
Yep.
And Gino came out, and my God, you were there. You watched it. This gentleman right here did such an amazing job, right? Like you didn't even know what it was until he's rocking and rolling, and boom. Then you had the Twin Towers. You had 9/11 perfectly encapsulated in his painting. And he graciously donated that painting to the V-Rock for us to display. And that was freaking awesome. But let me tell you what, if you guys are watching right now, whatever our audience, please like and share this, all right? Gino Martinez, the speed painter.
Talk to Gino real quick.
Okay, Gino, here, let's get you in here, all right?
Gino, what started you into this speed painting? And, because you give so much to so many people in just 2 songs, you make such an impact. So what got you into this?
Well, it started watching a speed painter video on YouTube, and it was just amazing to me that someone would, be able to do that so quick. And so I just, it inspired me to start doing that and create my own style. And so that started 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I became a professional at what I'm doing. And so,
He's not telling you, he's telling me.
I'm blessed to be able to, do Memorial Day paintings, Veterans Day. I do 4th of July, all occasions. I do events. I do live events. I do charity events, corporate events, birthday parties, you name it. So I'm available and looking forward to, this pandemic being done and getting back to doing events.
Gino, have you always been an artist? Have you always been artistic the way you are?
I've been a handyman most of my life. Became an artist. I'm interested in art about 5 years ago, and 2 years ago I decided to quit my job and go full time.
Well, you know what? Here at the 99% Radio Network, we cannot wait to see what you're gonna do because this is amazing, folks. Come on, if you want to see something amazing, come on over here because it's about to blow up.
Come on over here, folks.
Come on, get it together. Here we go. Watch.
I know Jesus and I talk.
Here we go.
Thank you. Over this shit. Over it.
an American
got another one. Courtesy, little text. Courtesy of text. Hi, babe, come over here. That's our FF. You're on you.
First thing I did when that plane finally landed was kiss the ground. Next thing I did was to go find my friends down at the old hangout. We drank some beer and talked a lot about old times. But when the booze finally hit Billy Joe Grimes, he said, I don't know what it is, but you seem different to me. I said, I just came back from a place where they hated me and everything I stand for. A land where our brothers are dying for others who don't even care anymore. I'm not exactly the same good old boy that you ran around with before. I just came back from the war.
Cheers.
And the next morning, I
Well,
took
hell,
a
y'all
walk
gonna bring it
through
on.
the
Shit, I'll go to the mall a little bit.
I thought it's been so long since I've been in a place where everything's good. People laughing and children were playing. As I watched them, I found myself praying. Lord, keep them safe here at home in the land of the free. I just came back from a place where they hated me and everything I stand for. A land where our brothers are dying for others who don't even care anymore. I'm not the same little freckle-faced boy that grew up in that house next door. I just came back from the war. I hope you cherish this sweet way of life. And I hope you know that it comes with a price. I just came back from a place where they hated me and everything I stand for. A land where our brothers are dying for others who don't even care anymore. Chances are I never will be the same. I really don't
The water, 16 area.
Yeah. Holy shit. I didn't even catch it, but now I do. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, he's kneeling down and praying. The one right here? Yeah. Wow. I didn't get that.
What do you think about that?
Yeah.
Is that freaking awesome?
How much you want for that?
Good. All right.
Ooh, man.
The music, let me wait for the music to stop.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Man, no, you can look at that. Gino, that was an amazing display of artwork. I mean, what gives you the like? How do you just define that? I mean, do you think about it as you go, or do you have something playing in your head? Because when you're doing this, no one here knows what you're going to draw, and you get this masterpiece. What brings that inspiration?
Well, it is a gift that I did not have 5 years ago. 5 years ago, I turned my life over to Christ.
Amen.
And He gave me this gift.
Yeah.
And He said to use it for His will, not mine. So that's why I'm here.
Now,
Hallelujah.
through the two songs, you do this in two songs, it's about 8, 9 minutes, 10 minutes, right? Do you get inspirations as you're going and say, hey, I'm going to add this, I'm going to add that?
The inspiration comes from the song. Like, if I hear a new song and it inspires me to paint the story, then I'll do that. But, most of the time it starts with the song. So these two songs that I did, listen to them, and then I, imagine what I will paint to them. And, once you see it in your head, then you can do it.
Well, this is an amazing honor to all our veterans throughout the country. You have displayed such honor to them. I'm sure our veterans throughout the world right now are going, my God, this is a wonderful work of art. It's a great tribute to our veterans who serve our country now and who have served our country in the past, man. I can't thank you enough. It's live speed painting. Tell us how people can get in touch with you.
My social media is Live Speed Painter, and that's Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LIVE Speed Painter. And my website is the same, livespeedpainter.net. And I'm available for events, charities, fundraisers, corporate events, you name it. Yes.
So, Gino,
Yeah.
cheers to you, brothers. Thank
Do
you.
you drink, sir?
Yes,
I will buy you a drink.
I'll have a beer.
Cheers
Now,
to you.
What do you
the big
drink? What
thing-
beer?
The big thing is,
Bud Light?
the big thing that I know a lot of people, a lot of our listeners want to know is what happens to this work of art after Gino paints it? What do you do with it when it's done?
Well, for events where I get hired to perform, they get to keep the painting. For events like this, I usually will donate it for charity or to raise money for worthy causes. And so that's that's kind of where I'm at.
Well, let's. I want to bring in real quick while we're out here. I want to bring in the president of the Third Watch FFBET chapter, who actually put this whole thing together. Hardwood, what's up, brother? Your chapter has been here. You ran an amazing event so far for our veterans and our first responders, but mostly for our veterans today because it's Veterans Day. And something like this, would this be donated to the Third Watch FFBET chapter to maybe raise money and donate it to a charitable cause? We have to take care of our veterans, and you guys do that 100%. So tell us a little about what Third Watch FFBET is.
So Third Watch.
What's the name?
Sorry.
No, it's good. Speak into the white ball.
Put it on your chin, bro.
So Third Watch LE is the original. We are an offshoot of them. We branched off to form the FFN to open up the recruitment to different members that otherwise may even not reached out.
Hold on. We lost the mic.
Man.
We lost the mic.
Come unplugged.
We've come unplugged.
You want me to listen to see if you can hear it?
There we go.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you.
So when we started this chapter out of Rowlett, it was for several purposes. The LE group became a national group with the chapter out in Oklahoma, and then our chapter. And basically, we want to be another hand to help the LE national level to move forward with first responders and veterans. Also, being a firefighter yourself, it's hard to recruit firefighters into an LE club.
Right, of course.
So that's why we branched off. Now we have the LE and EFF and FF. But all members will accept anybody. It's not just FF. The LE club will take firefighters. The FF club, Vet club will take law enforcement. Any first responder, any veteran are welcome in any of the chapters. But basically, it's just an extension to help each other to follow that mission to keep helping veterans and first responders out.
And that's the main thing is when we look at growing as a community, as a club, you guys did that. You started to say, hey, listen, I want Third Watch to grow. I want to expand it, because a lot of firefighters want something that they can call their own.
Right.
They want something they can call their own, and you've given them that.
Only after the cops clear the scene.
but you've given it to them. I mean, so our firefighters throughout Texas, this is something that you want to be a part of a group that is giving back to the community in so many different ways. You can look at the Third Watch Firefighter DET chapter, as that type of group. There's not many firefighter groups out there. There's a few, but not a lot. But you guys are on a mission. Yes. You guys are on a great road, a good mission, not just a breakfast club.
No.
You guys are no, because there are a lot of clubs out there that are just breakfast clubs, which is okay. But if you really want to be part of making a difference in someone's life, making a difference in your brother's life, changing the way someone lives, Third Watch FFBET is the way to go.
Evidently, we try to do something to better somebody else's life and find somebody that can use that help. So, very true with mobile other members, that's our sole mission. We want to back up Nest, and they back like they're here today to help us in this endeavor. That's what it's about. We're all helping each other, raising awareness.
You figure a firefighter would definitely have a place with good food, right? Most cop clubs will be doing this at a Dunkin' Donuts or a Krispy Kreme or something like that.
Hey, everybody knows the fire department can't come out unless the police department
the firefighters do it right. At Giovannis on the harbor, man, they do it right with some good food, good music, and Gino, the speed painter, man, it's amazing.
I was going to bring up, you had asked him about what normally happens. I have to shout out again to Giovanni and Agron for doing this for us, because they're donating proceeds to our club to get our feet off the ground. I don't know if it's possible, but I don't know if it's for allowing us to use this venue and for him giving us.
Let's bring. Brother, is that okay? Well, let's bring Agron on.
Agron!
Rob?
Where's he at? Go get him.
We'll
get
Agron
Agron.
on. Let you do that.
Yeah, because we really understand what it takes for him to take the first 10% cut of his business.
Especially with during COVID.
To give it to our chapter to help veterans. It just goes to show what his dedication is.
What's up, Bear?
Something as beautiful as this, if he's okay with it, and everybody else, I would love to see that.
Yeah, you're okay with
Come here, brother. Come on.
Absolutely.
Come on. Wait, Sea Dog, come here.
Get him on the other side.
Come here.
No, come on this side.
Okay, get him on the other side.
On this side.
So we
Can't trust firefighters either. They sleep together at night.
We do.
They do. They bunk together.
So what you mentioned talking about is beautiful paintings.
Yeah.
We usually donate some, give them to charities and whatnot. And what I wanted to see happen, if he's okay with it, you've been more than gracious.
Yep.
You've treated us like family.
Hell yeah.
And to donate your money to our club, our chapter, to
Yep.
help our mission,
Yep.
is above and beyond. And that just shows your dedication, integrity, and who you are. And I would love to see this painting donated to you.
Hanging on your wall.
Oh, yeah! Yeah! Oh, yeah!
Thank you so
I
much.
can't take full credit.
I
Yes.
appreciate that. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Renegade. Appreciate it.
Oh,
That
yeah.
means a lot. That means
So we're down with that. We're gonna
Great
hang.
piece.
We're gonna hang it on your wall.
It's going into Giovanni.
Hell
Yeah!
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 We like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, man.
To Giovanni!
Thank you. That means a lot.
Great.
All right. Well,
that was gracious. Thank you so much.
Hell yeah.
Appreciate that.
I'll
Yes.
deliver it back to you. It's got to dry before I can bring it
Of
back
course.
to
You just let me know.
Yeah, I'll bring it back to you. And if you need help hanging it, I can do that as well.
Thank you so much.
all right.
Brother, thank you so much
That was
Thank you
very
for coming
nice.
down.
All veterans.
And,
I actually have 2 nephews who are veterans. One of them is serving now, and another one did Afghanistan.
What branch are they in, Giovanni?
Both of them.
Gino.
Gino.
One is Marines, and one is my sister and her husband, Navy.
All right.
Yes, go Navy!
I just want to shout
Come
out
on.
to
Come on, Chief.
members of my family,
The hell?
veterans, and thank you.
Thank you for their service.
All veterans.
Yes, thank you.
So,
Thank you, brother.
Gino, on behalf of the 99%, the award-winning 99% Show of the Year 2020, thank you so much. You know what? I respect what you do. You have done a great job. Thank you for coming out here today and doing this for not only for us, but for Giovanni and to honor our veterans on Veterans Day 2020. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
Thank you,
very
everybody.
much.
You're family now, brother.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank
All right.
you. Man, you can just put that back down.
I will. All right.
Wow, that amazing. It was just Are we good?
12 made the same mistake I made even after I made it. Giovanni. Gino.
Giovanni's, whatever. We're good. All right.
Say
Hell
that-
yes. How awesome is this, Sideshow?
This is
Really? Come on.
This is great.
This is awesome.
Let me just flow with the camera a little bit.
Who's going to be our next
It's
guest?
because his head is fat.
Hold
Right?
on.
My head is fat because it's filled with knowledge.
Yeah. Because you know things. You smoke cigars and know things.
I do.
Right?
I've got a
And he
T-shirt.
drinks whiskey.
I've got a T-shirt.
I love you, brother.
All right.
Who's next? Hardwood. Oh, we just had Hardwood, so now we have like Renegade, right?
Yep. Once again, man, the 99% Radio Network.
Oh, wait a
the
minute.
award-winning-
No, you can't leave yet.
Not-
We need to get little text.
Yeah.
Little
Okay.
text, come on.
The award-winning 99% Radio Network, man. This has been a great day to honor our veterans. It's been a great day to serve our veterans who serve
You're
us.
up next after a little text.
We just had Gino, the live speed painter, who
Come on,
painted
Tex.
a wonderful, beautiful work of art. And
Wait,
now we're going to get a
I'm
little
not done
text in
yet. I'm
here.
working on it.
from,
This is
the
Lil?
Catholic Angel.
This is little. I know. It's
Lil?
This is little text.
All right.
Come on, jump in.
We need a little text in here.
He was our very first guest.
What
Remember?
branch?
On the,
Yes.
He
Yes.
set the tone.
he
The
did.
99% Radio Network went on its way to be Show of the Year 2020 because Little Tex was our very first guest.
Little Tex, I got to make you hold the microphone up close.
Yeah.
Don't put it on your chin, bro.
I just want to say that
Only Marines do
this
that.
brother here is wearing plaid tennis shoes. I appreciate that.
Yo,
It's nice outside.
Hey, Little Tex is one of he was the very first guest. The very first one we ever had.
all right. See,
Okay.
I'm just gonna throw this out there.
This guy.
I'm just gonna throw this out there.
What?
You know, I'm gonna bring in a private conversation that you had with
sorry,
me and
I've been at the
Mongo.
bar, but-
That you had
Little
with me and
Tex is the
Mongo.
bomb.
Wait. That you had with me and Mongo that said
if you keep repeating yourself, if you repeat yourself,
I'm sorry.
You need us to let you know.
Okay.
Right?
Are you letting me know?
I'm letting you fucking know.
Okay.
You're repeating yourself.
I'm sorry. It's like 4:30 and I've been drinking since noon. All right? Sorry.
Whoever's keeping these beers coming
Okay.
every 30
All right.
seconds,
All
slow
right.
it down.
All right.
All right. This is, please allow me to introduce to our audience.
The whole
Yeah?
world knows it's little Tex
Yeah.
and you introduce him 6
This
times.
is fucking little Tex. He is the international president of Chaotic Angels, LEMC. They're like all over the fucking world now. All right?
I wouldn't say all over the world.
Well,
man.
almost.
We're
They're at least in the UK.
He was the first one on our show.
He was the very first. Him and his
Wait,
son.
he's
His
from
son.
UK?
Okay, his son. Because we did the autism thing.
Yes.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Well, unfortunately,
So-
because of COVID, we got slowed down on
That's
our,
right.
on our comedy show that was going
Yeah.
to be live from here to the UK. But that's still coming. But
yeah,
because
that's
it closed down. We're slowed down.
So, are you like the omnipresent Grand Poobah of Chaotic Angels?
I tell you what.
So tell them fuckers over
I
there
took
in the
a-
UK to like sign on right now because they're like slack.
I took a
Tell 'em,
trip
they're
to
slack.
the UK. Okay.
All right, Nancy Pelosi,
So-
shut up for a
So
minute.
the whole point of me going to the UK, Nancy Pelosi. Now you look better than she does.
Hell yeah.
By this
Hell yeah.
much.
Hell yeah. Well, she got bigger
But
boobs.
yeah, me and my international VP, we took a trip to England a couple of weeks ago, and when we got there, we were picked up by the regional president, Speck, him and his wife and his kid. And we're riding down the road, it's raining, it's wet, it's slippery, and all of a sudden we hear all these people throttling. Just throttling, and all you hear is motorcycles left and right. And we're like, what the hell is this? And all of a sudden they're like, get the cameras because we think we're being overrun. We turn around, and it was 15 of our guys escorting us from the airport to to where we were staying. And one thing that I can say about the guys in the UK is that what we're doing over there is unprecedented. There is not one LEMC or MC that is affecting as many people's lives, including children and homeless, veterans alike, helping feed. We have fed over 30,000 homeless people.
God bless, man.
That's fucking
And
awesome.
when the government came in and cut off the funding for the kids to get meals, we stepped in and we gave meals to the schools in the local communities to help them get by.
All right, well, you say the government stepped in and cut
They cut
costs. A lot of people here in the U.S. do not know about that. So tell us, what do you mean they cut the funding?
So like in the U.S., we were giving kids that couldn't afford meals and things like that, they would go to school, they'd get a free meal.
Right.
Well, same way it was over in England. And Parliament came in the small communities, each community leader, they voted to cut the funding for those free meals.
Wow.
So we stepped in and provided the food, and some of them are ready-made, some of them are just the dry goods, the canned goods, and things like that. We're in the ending portion of our WOW 2, the War Mother Warriors 2.
For some of the guys that just came on that do not know what WOW is, please explain what WOW is.
So I travel to England quite often. That's why we have chapters over there. And one of the things that I reached out to is I wanted to try to help veterans like we do in the United States. The problem is I found out that about 80% of the homeless people in England are veterans. They don't have the support systems like we do. So we started gathering blankets up, and we sent about, it was, I want to say close to 800 pounds of blankets to the UK.
Wow.
And that's what was last year. This year, I think we've actually outdone ourselves because now it looks like we're going to end up having to have an entire, at least over half a container. I know Third Watch has donated a lot of backpacks with a lot of essentials for a lot of the homeless vets.
And the V-Rock.
And the V-Rock. And we've also got everybody from the Douglas Rejects, which is one of our chapters in Georgia. We've got Black Hawk chapter. And they've all pitched in, and we've gotten blankets and hoodies and knit caps and socks and
anything that we can get to warm people up that are on the streets in England.
Now, when is this supposed to go over? When are you?
So, the last day of November is the last day of collections. You can drop off blankets at the V-Rock. You can drop them off at the VFW in Garland. You can, heck, call me up. Go to our Facebook page. Go to our website, Chaotic Angels, LEMC.com.
And you can get a blanket at Walmart. You can get a
Yeah.
cheap blanket
Yeah,
for
you
like
get cheap
$2.50.
blankets for $3, $5,
So-
whatever.
So you know what I would think is you have a half a container so far going over there.
Yeah.
Let's get that container full. Let's fill that
I mean,
container.
if we could fill an entire container,
Let's fill that
it
container.
would
That's a
be
Conex.
beyond.
You're talking about a
Well,
Conex box,
are we
right?
doing
Conex
anything
box.
for Parliament? Because they've cut the funding for the veterans, but I'm sure they haven't cut theirs.
Right.
Do they need anything? Does Parliament need
I
anything?
think we're going to do what they did back with the Indians, and we're going to get a bunch of blankets, and
infect
we're going to
them.
infect them.
Oh, there you go.
No. Hey,
We wouldn't do
listen,
that.
this guy right here, he's had Third Watch's back since the very beginning. Okay, he was the very first president of a club that came.
I thought you were going to say he was the very first person on our show. I was
No.
about to reach over his computer
Hey,
and backslap you.
All right, he was the first person on our show, but he was the first guy to reach out to me, and he's been a good friend since. He's given me advice because he's been a president of the club a lot longer than me, and he's given a lot of advice, and I trust his advice. When I have a question, I fucking call little Tex up. I don't know, whatever. I call little Tex up and I say, hey, what do you do about this? What do you do about that? Because he knows this stuff. More
And
important,
Texas told his family, do not answer the phone if it's from this number.
yeah, all right. More importantly, this guy right here, and Spec.
So I'm going to switch this real quick. Hold on, I'm going to switch
What?
this. I'm going to switch this real quick. If you have a data plan and you got to speak to 12, I would really
Oh,
recommend
come on.
updating your data plan.
All right. So, fuck you.
We're going to call him Chatty
I got something for you. All right.
Chatty
This guy right here, all right, and his guys. So when I first met Little Tex, just for a little background, all right, Little
Yeah,
Tex was right here in Rowlett, right?
Perfect timing.
He was shooting
we were doing our
calendar
with
at
models
Rowlett.
and stuff.
That's
in
right. All right, so he did that.
No
Since then-
offense to Rockwall, but we just annexed you to Rowlett.
Sorry. All right. So my brother here, all right, he is very ambitious. He wants, like us, he wants to make a difference, and he does. And he got them guys. He made a trip over to Belgium.
Yep.
He hooked up with guys like Locks and Bikes, Bart Busey over
Yeah,
in
as a matter of
Belgium.
fact, we'll be going over there
Hell
next year for the 2021 Battlefield Tour.
And he hooked up all these guys. And he started, and then he met Grant Priest over in the UK. He met all them guys, and he said, "I'm going to make a difference over there." He is the international president of Chaotic Angels, and he got this shit done. He made a difference over there with Spectre. He made a fucking difference,
so
dude.
just to
Come
sum up what 12 said, when I got the guys in Europe involved and they started seeing what we were doing in the U.S.,
I'm gonna have another beer.
they wanted things to change in the UK on the way people looked at bikers and the stereotypes over there. Because over there, to be honest, a lot of the 1% world is very predominant and very aggressive, and people don't like that. And when we get out there and we ride in the rain and we go out and we stop in the middle of the road and hand somebody a hot meal, that makes a difference. That makes an impact.
3,000 people a week. They were feeding.
Let me
Come on.
ask you something. And I got to speak to Spectre via Facebook the other day. With the pandemic,
Yes.
UK is now going on another full lockdown.
Yes.
Along with Dublin, Ireland, and
Yeah, a couple of the guys are worried about their jobs right now because they just.
What does that mean for our veteran community? I mean, we're going on to a major lockdown now again.
They you know how we consider certain people over here essential workers? Over there, they have something like the same thing. And if for the simple fact, I will toot my horn a little bit. We do have someone that is in a political position that is now part of our organization and is able to help us in a way to where now he can push for that type of agenda that we want to accomplish. So getting letters from the government stating that we are essential to the survival of those on the streets, we carry that letter, we ride our bikes and can still deliver food.
Because you're considered essential.
Because we're considered essential. Without us, people would starve on the streets.
As the American public, as the American 99% biker community, right? What can we do to help that cause in the UK?
So, in the United States, we have what we call 501c3s, right? Charitable corporations and companies and all that. Well, we've actually been able to establish a charity number to where if people want to donate money, they can donate money. All they need to do is contact me via Facebook or website, and I can give them the routing numbers and the charity numbers so they can write off that donation to a charitable organization.
And he's a U.S. Navy veteran, too, by the way.
Yes, Master of Arms, Navy. First ship I was ever on was the USS Proteus. AS-19.
I thought it was a Titanic.
Wait. Did you say the Proteus?
No, the Proteus.
Oh, I thought you said Proteus.
Because believe it or not, that was a World War II ship that was decommissioned after I left it.
Really?
Yes.
And they put it back out there?
It was a subtender.
Oh.
It was no. After that, they sank it. And then I was on the USS Essex LHD-2 WASP class out of San Diego, and then I believe they got sent over to the East Coast after the Kearsarge came out and the Boxer and all that. Because that was like 3 and 4.
So, little Tex, I mean, once again, we had a Navy SEAL on here. We had Floyd on here. And he discussed his commitment to community. Once again, commitment to community means everything. And, veteran, biker, traveling across the world to give back to people that we don't know. What's behind that driving force?
Well, my grandfather served, and his father before him. So these are guys that died over there and are buried over there. So me going over there and paying tribute to them and those men that were lying in the ditch next to them is a big part of us and how we became who we are.
Right.
So, there's little books over there that you can sign your name in saying that you visit. But all I ever put is Chaotic Angels USA. And I don't put my name because I don't want recognition. It's an organization. We try to reach out and do as much as we possibly can with what we have. I'm not going to beg people to donate money. Matter of fact, if you would rather give me boxed food that I can give to another family that needs help, by all means. If you've got a car seat that you don't need anymore, I can find a way to repurpose it to a family that does.
Do you remember when you had your heart attack and me and Mom came and saw you in the hospital?
Came up to the hospital.
So, little Tex is kindred spirit.
And
he is.
His
This
following
guy,
stroke happened after you left.
He was already in the hospital.
Luckily,
thank God,
he was already in there.
I was in ICU, already hooked up to all the monitors.
I'm just saying, this guy right here, little Tex, Chaotic Angels International.
But I have to be honest.
They fucking, dude, I'm sorry. I'll let him know
the stuff that
these guys, he wants to help people. We're all you have chapters. We have chapters in Georgia, North Carolina. These guys, it's all about mission. They want to help people. And this guy was the very first guy. The very first one. There's been a number. He was the very first guy that reached out to Third Watch and said, "We like your mission. What
can we do to help?"
And they have their own.
Gino,
thank
you so much, brother.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you
Thank you so much. God bless you. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you.
So, real quick, what's your favorite memory of your time in the Navy?
But wait. Before we go on to his memory, the Chaotic Angels is doing a lot of stuff in the UK, a lot of stuff around the world.
What are we doing here locally?
What are we doing here locally?
So I have a 10th anniversary 2004 Big Dog motorcycle that we just finished painting and hydrographically dipping.
What does that mean?
Hydrographic dip is think of it as a big tub of water that's warm, and you put a pattern, and then you spray an activator on it, and then you dip it, and it's like a paint job, and then it adheres to it.
You know, I saw it's funny you say this because I saw these things on YouTube.
Yes,
you know,
they spray paint into a water thing.
Yes,
not even the same.
Oh, well, they dip it.
Well, that's not it.
Okay, that's not it. All right, because they dip it, they come out, and it's all painted out. All right.
Now this has actual patterns, and like the one that we're doing, it's a red, white, and blue theme. It's called the American Biker. And it's got a picture of Uncle Sam with in the skull and a hat, the big top hat with American Biker and the U.S. flag and red, white, and blue and stars and all that. And what we do is we're going to take that money and we're going to end up giving it to the Walk the Bridge to benefit
Foundation.
The foundation.
Oh,
God bless. All right.
So how do people, do they buy raffle tickets? If so, how do they get those tickets? What information we give our listeners to get involved in this, to
So
money in the system?
The best way to find us is Chaotic Angels, lemc.com. And with Chaotic Angels, it's KAOTIC, Chaotic. And then Angels, ANGELS, LEMC.com. You can go there and say, drop us a line. Just drop us what you want or what you're looking for or how you want to help. If you want to be a part of a ride or something, who knows? You got a sick kid. You have an autistic child. You have need of something. Drop us a line. And we'll do whatever we can to help. If you want to participate in the raffle, we're going to be moving the bike around the United States. So we're going to be raffling it for a good 6 to 7 months before we actually give it away. Now, we only have a specific number of tickets, which is 500 tickets.
And that's the important part. The tickets are limited.
They're very limited tickets.
That brings your odds. That makes your odds even better.
You basically have a 1 in 500 chance to win this bike.
Not bad odds, but people.
And, those of you that play the lotto and you spend $10 to $20 playing the lotto, you can spend $20 and win a $15,000 motorcycle.
Right.
Those
odds are pretty good.
And by the way, this is like the second one that they've done.
Yeah, the first bike was the autism
one,
bike.
we gave it away, the autism bike,
Yep.
at VFW 5076. Gunner, shout out to you, bro. They know what the fuck they're doing, okay? They know what they're doing. All right, sorry.
10 times.
All right. Oops. God dang it. All right. So,
But I will say this.
Here's
Most
the real
of the
deal,
stuff
bro.
that we do is being inspired by the other clubs around us and what we see them do. And we try to mirror some of the stuff that you guys do, and we try to expand on stuff that y'all do. When y'all guys spend a lot of your time helping the veterans here, we know that there's a great support system. And we know that there's not one over in the UK, so that's why we really pushed over in the UK for that kind of help like you guys give here. So you motivated me to do something overseas for the veterans that don't get it like we do over here. And me being a veteran and the fact that I work at the hospital, it makes more than...
That's what networking is all about. It's what networking is all about.
Well, listen, brother.
I
Thank you
appreciate
for stopping by, man.
appreciate
You
y'all
know we
giving me
love
a time
you.
to shout out
Thank
to
you,
everybody.
brother.
You are a
And,
friend of
I
the
look forward.
99%. By the way, 99% is show of the year.
And you were the first person.
Show of the year 2020.
2020
So do I get a
show of
t-shirt?
the year.
You can share the wealth.
We share the wealth. We'll get some t-shirts made
yes.
up. It says Chaotic Angels on
Yeah.
the radio show.
On the radio
of the
show.
year.
That's right.
There you go.
I love you, little Tex. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
All right.
Thank you for
Thank
being
you,
with
Thank
us,
you,
son,
brother.
bro.
Thank you.
We'll see you soon.
We'll see y'all soon.
Man, you all listening to the
Yes.
99% Radio Network.
Yes.
We are having a great time with our motorcycle groups, our clubs throughout Texas, throughout the world, and our veterans. Man, we are here at Giovanni's restaurant here in Rockwall. Giovanni!
Go ass!
Rockwall. We had the speed painter come out who donated a beautiful work of art to Giovanni.
He's going to hang out on the wall. Is that amazing?
That's amazing.
That is amazing.
You know,
Yeah,
I
you love me,
gotta
don't you, bro?
apologize. I gotta apologize for our special co-host.
Come on, give it to
Me and Mongo are looking at each other. You can't see it, but we're playing it.
Hey,
We're
dude had a
playing
fucking
it.
stroke, okay?
And he's still, and he, you know what?
Yeah,
He's
you're
had a
3
stroke.
beers and 11 cuss words into the FCC
You know
violation.
what? He's had a stroke, and he's still more articulate than you.
HR.
Oh.
I cut them off, just so you know.
No, I ain't cut off yet. Come on.
All right.
You are.
Come
That's
on.
why
Yo,
you're getting more beers.
I'm still waiting.
Getting back to the good times, the what we're here about our veterans, honoring them, serving them, giving back to our veterans. You know, when we discussed that Third Watch branched off to another chapter of the firefighters and AETs, you know, we were proud that Renegade, one of our members, because he is a patriot, he is a veteran, he became vice president of that chapter, and he is going to lead it just like Hardwood is leading that chapter throughout this whole event. So I want to welcome Renegade to the 99% Radio Network show.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, man. You know, and like I told Hardwood, I don't want to make this about a motorcycle group. I want to make this about your military career and what you did for our country. You know, we are indebted to you. We can't thank you enough. Our veterans mean so much to us, and that's why we're doing this show. We're here to raise money for our veterans. We're here to raise money for the Third Watch Motorcycle Club, so you can give back to them. As a veteran, you know, being here, watching that speed painting, it's gotta light a fire inside your stomach and go, man, I'm proud. I'm not a veteran. I'm not a veteran, and I'm proud to be around you. Oh my God, she's
All right,
going.
so I guess we're going to start the Veterans Day off. Little coin challenge.
There we go.
Got him.
23.
Oh, what's up, brother? How you doing? Woo! Hey! Sit up!
That don't work?
Woo!
Works on NYPD Blue.
We're throwing down. Come on. Okay, so for all of you that don't know what's going on, some mother just threw down his coins. All right, and in the military, this is a tradition. And today is Veterans Day, November 11th, 2020. All right.
Is that on behalf of Sea Dog?
Every veteran knows. Oh, you got to have your damn coin.
I don't know what CDOT does.
Wes Massey from American Legion Post 117 has already. Yeah, Marine Corps League too.
DAV.
Lake Ray Harbor Detachment has already bought a round of beers because he forgot his coin because he's a Marine. Navy, remember. All right. Sea Dog, got your coin? Throw your coin down here. There we go. Who don't have a coin? Hey, Jude. What's up, Jude? You got your coin? Awesome. All right. Throw them down. Who ain't got a coin? Uh-oh.
No coins.
Who ain't got the coin? They're buying the beer. That's what the tradition. This is one sideshow. This is a very proud military tradition right here.
No coin.
Everybody knows.
No coin.
Right? Okay. All right.
We'll figure that. Let them figure the coin
Ocho!
out.
What's up, bro?
Ocho's got a coin.
All right, Ocho's got a coin. Throw it down. Come on, throw it down here. We're checking them.
That's Smiley's.
That's Smiley's coin. Smiley got a coin too. Woo! All right.
Hey, make sure you clarify that.
So
Wes Massey brought his coin.
So we're here right now with Renegade, who is the vice president of Third Watch, FF Vet MC, and we're very happy to have him. This dude cares about veterans. So sideshow. I've known this guy. I was recruiting him.
I don't want to hear the whole fucking life story.
Come on, dude.
All right.
It's important. All right. Suffice it to say, Renegade, he gives a shit about vets and first responders, and he puts his money where his mouth is. He is interested in making a difference. This dude is a real good writer.
Yes.
The only thing I can say bad about him, he's a Michigan fan.
Yeah, he likes
You can't help
Michigan.
that.
Yeah. Detroit
You know what?
Tigers, Detroit Lions. Come on.
Listen. I'm gonna back Renegade up on this. because I don't give a shit if he's a Michigan fan. He's sitting beside two Raider fans.
Yeah.
And you know what?
He's a Chief
That
fan.
is the ultimate
Come on.
courage.
Woo.
That is the ultimate courage
That's right.
to sit between two Raiders
Hey,
fans.
So we'll leave that discussion here.
Yes.
Raiders have 3,
You know-
Chiefs have 2. There you go.
You know, Renegade, let's go back to what made you get into the military.
A change of pace, right? I grew up with a alcoholic father, coke dealer, bad times. Grew up, in the hood from Detroit City. Had friends that were going down the wrong path. I started going down the wrong path. Always wanted to serve the country. Was never brave enough growing up. And then one day it just snapped and went off. That was it. Didn't say anything to anyone. Went and signed up. And I think maybe 2 days before I left, told my mom, "Hey, that's it. Gone."
See ya.
And then went. I always loved the country. Wanted to serve it. Like I said, never had the passion. I guess when I was growing up, maybe a little scared. But as soon as I, turned of age, that was it. It was gone. Knew what I wanted to do.
And you've served our country proud. Doing your time in our military, then you came back and you were given the Veterans Recognition Award here in Rowlett, Texas. It's gotta, when we talk about service to community and country, we want to know what lights that fire underneath you to keep serving, because you've seen a lot of bad stuff.
Yeah. So during the service, I'd say probably two years in, my wife and I, we've been together the whole time, and we kind of adopted that right away. Just when we first got together, we had a newborn. Army doesn't pay shit. No one makes any money. Lived on an air mattress for years. Baby always had stuff, but we never did. So as I progressed in my career, we tried to give back to other soldiers while we were in. We always held Thanksgiving, always held Christmas, always cooked meals for everyone. And when I got out of the Army, we kind of lost that, right? I'm not from Texas. I'm from Michigan. Wife's from PA. I have no family here. So we lost that camaraderie, that brotherhood, that I lost everything. That was our life. So I just started getting on Facebook and trying to find out how I could help. Got on Rowlett and Riders of Rowlett and everything else. And anytime I see someone on there says, "Hey, I need," whether it's a veteran or not, I need electrical work done, or I need this. I go out and I do it for free. I don't do any of it for money. It's just to help other people. If it's a veteran or a first responder, then it's a bonus, right? But if we take care of each other, then our country will be all right. That's my belief.
I believe the same thing, and what I see and what I've heard is, we always talk about being cut from the same cloth. First responders and veterans are cut by a certain cloth of God. Because not everybody can do what we do. Not everybody wants. There's a lot of people out there in our world that are very, I want to say just self-involved. They don't want to give to other people. So you, as a veteran, you've given to our country. You said, "I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep giving back." Right? And you do that through your talents in electrical work, your motivation to raise money like today, right, to give back to our veteran community, and I don't know what lights that fire. What lights that fire?
Well, he's also given the opportunity for several veterans to be hired by his company.
Right.
The opportunity,
Listen.
not a free job, but the opportunity.
Yes. I can say this guy right here gives back to the veteran community. He has hired or tried to hire multiple veterans across DFW many times. In my capacity as at the VROC, called him up. I said, I got a vet that wants to go to work. Can you help me out? He never says no. He says, send me his resume, send me his stuff. Let me see if I can put him to work. Never says no. Always. He's a real good.
So, in your time in the service, were you the same way as you are out of the service?
Yes, before the service, no. Before the service, I wasn't. I cared about myself. I lived for myself. And took care of myself.
Only because you had to.
Right, exactly.
Or
I
you
had
had
to. I didn't have anything when we grew up. I was probably poorer than I was when I joined the Army, and that's pretty important. So, no, but like I said, after the first couple of years and getting in that brotherhood, I never had the same type of friendships I had as soon as I joined the service, and that just kind of molded, me to the man that I am today. And it's almost second nature to take care of others now. I don't even think about it. Like I said, it doesn't have to be a veteran.
Do you think the military taught you that, or it was just something inside?
I think it did. Subconsciously, I think it taught me that.
To give back.
Yes.
To give back. And, once again, it's something that goes inside you. It's a flame. It's a fire that burns inside you that you just want to keep doing for others. And we can talk about veterans real quick, about our battles. And I'm not a veteran, but I'm a first responder. We're going to talk about our battles real quick. Everybody has their battles, right? Do you feel giving back and helping the community helps you with your battles, your own personal battles?
That's a good question. Yeah, absolutely. I wasn't going to bring it up, but that's probably 80% of the reason why I do it. When I'm taking care of others, knowing that they're in need, it makes me not think about how much I need it, right? Not necessarily financially, but emotionally, which is another reason I joined this club. Thank you guys for allowing me to come into Third Watch and then letting us grow and move into this chapter. Without that brotherhood and doing all that, I'm not sure where I would be today. I know my wife is a lot happier now that I have found that. But yeah, I mean, absolutely. When I'm focusing on someone else, I'm not focusing on me.
He was one of the very first. Like, he would have been the original. But circumstances didn't work out because Renegade is the real deal.
What you just said, the question I posed to you is because...
I love you. Have to pee.
Go pee.
I'm on.
The reason I asked that question is because as a first responder, I feel that giving back is a healing process. And you answered it perfectly. It's giving back. You don't get to dwell on your demons so much, but you've got a wonderful wife that has supported you in that. Now, that's the tough part. You really got the trifecta, I would say. The trifecta, because some people can't understand our life. Some people can't understand your life, or your battles, your goals to make you heal. How did you connect with somebody that supports you so well?
I don't know. I think it's good luck. I think where's she at? I think it's because she had her own demons, right? We met when I was doing training out in Maryland. It was a one-night stand type of thing.
You're still together. You're still together.
Right. So
you have a different.
But that one-night stand turned into our first child.
Morgan. He was going to dump you. He was going to dump you after.
She knows it.
That's why she got pregnant.
Right? Yeah, she did it on purpose, I think.
No.
But yeah, so I mean, I did the right thing, and I guess she did the right thing. We got married, and we moved out to our first duty station, and we began our life together. And I got lucky, and I think it's because she has her own demons. And throughout my career and our life path, we've learned our triggers. Sometimes we push them triggers a little bit.
It happens. It happens.
But,
it happens.
But we know when someone is having some kind of episode, and we know what to do. I help her, she helps me, and we help each other. And not everyone has that. I don't know how you get that. I did get lucky, as you said, because it doesn't come with everyone. It doesn't come easy. So
it doesn't come easy, and you're blessed.
I am.
You're blessed, and you wonder, when you have, it makes it easier when you have a companion or a spouse that is kind of following the same mission as you.
Yes.
Right, and in that same forward motion. Not only that, you are blessed because, not to say that she has demons as well, but for someone that doesn't have demons to deal with your demons, it's hard. So you guys got a great balance.
Yes.
And I think that's why, and I'm not going to take away from Harwood, but I think that's why the Third Watch FFVET chapter is going to shine and prosper, because you have that type of commitment. You have that type of mission, that fire inside you. What you had in the military, you're going to bring to this chapter.
Right. Yes.
And it shows today. It shows here. We had a lot of people here. We had a wonderful time, and we had some great patriots here. You guys did this. You guys put this together, and for a new chapter, I got to commend you. I got to say, you guys did a wonderful job.
Thank you. It means a lot.
Getting back just to reverse a little bit about your childhood, and I'm not going to dig into it. I just want to show how when we spoke with Floyd, Navy SEAL, who his perseverance, his failure to quit, his failure to give in, shine later on in life. You have almost that same story with a broken childhood, alcoholic dad or mom or a single family mom, growing up on the wrong side of the tracks. But now, look what you're doing. Was it the military? Was it a mentor in your life? Was it a movie? Was it something that changed that? What would you say to our kids? What would you say to a kid that's going through a rough time right now, going, screw it, I got nowhere to look?
Yeah, I mean, you have to find a mentor. You need someone to push you, to point you in the right direction. Unfortunately, we have a lot of kids that don't have that. You don't necessarily have to have a father around to find that mentor. Just like my wife has Papa over here, Sea Dog, and she leans on him, and it's good. So,
did you find that mentor?
My mom was that mentor. She's a diehard Republican, loves the country. Was just dealt a bad hand when I was a child. She's a great supporter, love her to death. She's doing great things now too. Ever since she moved on, I was already moved out when she was able to move on. But I would say her and my grandfather, who's a veteran as well, passed away a couple years ago. But they're solid people. They were always good people. They just dealt the wrong hand and had to claw their way out and find it. And that's the same thing that I did. My mom did it. I did it. And anyone can do it. You have to have that passion and know right from wrong, which most people do. And you either choose. You're either going to go wrong or you're going to go right.
I got to tell you, between you and Floyd and everybody else that we've had here today, it shows that giving up is not an option. You guys are strong, and what you've done and where you're going, the lives that you're going to change, the amount of difference that you're going to make through your journey of life, was never hampered by a bad hand. Bad hand. You changed that hand. You actually folded
I got 5 new cards.
I got 5 new cards.
That's it.
And you know what? If those other 5 cards sucked, you would get another 5 cards. And that's what I love about this show. It's inspiration that says no matter what hand you're dealt, you can always get another hand.
Yeah.
You know, it's up to you
Right.
to either stay in the game or fold.
Yeah.
So you decided to stay in the game, and look where you are now.
So,
And you know, I thank God that you are here, and I thank God of what you're doing because I see great things.
rank upon leaving the military,
Staff sergeant,
favorite
acting sergeant major, operations sergeant major.
All right. Favorite memory? Time in the military? Worn out?
His first night, his one night stand with.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah. So let me point that out. Then.
Hey, Dutch, tell the stories. Dutch.
I
go
do
ahead.
not regret that.
So you got laid that night?
I think so. Someone did. I got a kick out of it. So.
Mongo, you got one of those, right? In the Philippines?
I don't know.
Those are serious relationships.
I have a lot of great nights. I think the one that I think about mostly is actually the story that I said when I got in this club. We were out. I was up in our Connex, manning the radios, checking for our missions that were coming up. I had some soldiers that were probably about 300 meters down the hill, working on some trucks, and I heard some people screaming. Dropped my kit, ran down there, and there was a soldier pinned in between two strikers, which were big tanks, about 22,000 pounds apiece, and everyone was just sitting there watching them. I directed everyone what to do, pulled him out, pulled his kit off. We did the CPR, called the 9 line, got the helicopter out there. He had a big knot on his elbow. I had someone grab the cot pole, put that around from my first aid kit and did that. We got him on the bird, and he lived, and everything was good. And I think a lot about that. It was just a quick reaction, and I never thought I had that kind of reaction. I've been in all kinds of situations that I won't talk about on this, but I just didn't think, I had it in me to do that. You don't even think about it. You just run it and you take care of it. And it's great. I probably saved a person's life for that.
Probably did.
If I
And
did.
you know what? You're cut from that cloth. You are part of that cloth of God that is here to make a difference.
You are.
So
every other guest we've had today, you are the fucking real deal. I love you. You're making a difference in people's lives every day. And you don't do it for glory. You don't do it for anything else. You do it because it's the right thing to do.
Yes.
I'm too. All right.
I do want to say, so we did receive a check here.
Oh, hell yeah. I almost
From
forgot.
Tech Talk Summits.
Oh,
for $500.
yes. Did you see on the bottom?
I'm getting it.
Very nice. Very nice.
Okay. Tech Talk Summit supports our veterans, thanks them for our service to the country. There you go. $500. Woohoo! Right there. Hell yeah.
And you know what?
Cheers to tech.
You know what? Cheers to Tech Talk.
Yeah, buddy.
Tech Talk. But you know what? Let's cheers the foundation, the concrete cement that makes Renegade what he is, and it's sitting right behind you.
Yeah, my wife.
Yes. To Dutch.
To Dutch. You know, Dutch, if you can just, let's see. There she is. Dutch, we've been talking about what a wonderful man he is. And you know what? And we all know that
Beautiful wife is going to go here.
Squeeze in. Oops, sorry.
real quick, Dutch Renegade, we all know we all have our battles. We all came together as a group. For whatever reason, all our paths crossed. But you know what? We all know that we would never we get through it with our brothers, but we know we can never get through it without the strength of a good woman next to us. And Dutch Morgan, you provide that strength for Renegade that is amazing. I mean, I don't even know what the word would be because you keep them upright, you keep them focused, and you know you deal with his shit. Yeah. Let's be honest.
That's a story for another day.
Well, no, because when we look at relationships in our military and our first responders, okay, it takes communication and it takes a strong woman because many women would be gone, right? So you guys have a connection that is beyond the norm.
Yes.
You guys, when we talk about a certain cloth of God, right? We're also talking about a certain key and a certain key lock. You guys fit together, all right? Because there's no other way either one of you would be able to survive without each other.
Right. Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Right? You wouldn't be able to open up that lock, and she wouldn't be able to turn that knob.
Nope.
Right? So, God blessed you, bringing you together. Even on that one-night stand that he shared with us,
Mm-hmm.
But
look at us now.
And look at you
Going
now.
on 13 years.
God bless, man. And I want to thank both of you for showing other couples how, you know what, there's always a way.
That's a whole nother show.
That is another show.
Yeah,
that is another
be a whole 3-hour
But
show.
Dutch, thank you. Thank you. And Renegade, thank you for everything. You guys are definitely an inspiration, to younger couples to grow old together. So, bless you both.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for being on.
All right.
All right. Woo! All right,
man. You're listening to the 99% Radio Network. We are here at Giovanni's in Rockwall, and we are having an amazing time talking with vets, talking with speed painters, law enforcement. It has just been
awesome?
It's been a phenomenal day. Shutting down 12 every once in a while, but we are the award-winning 99% Radio Network. And you know what? And we are gonna come back to you.
We got a commercial break.
We're gonna commercial break. We're gonna come back to you after this tribute to our veterans.
Smiley.
I'm a facility manager.
I need a beer.
Right here. No, there's one right here.
I just drank the other one.
Here. No.
Come on, see. Well, what?
Here, it's full.
I don't want to sit down on the bottle and he's trying to pass behind me here.
Damn. Fucking brutal. How you doing, brother?
Over hill, we will hit the dusty trail, and those hilltops were rolling along. In and out the jail shop, towns are marching all about.
We're touching. We're in the So we got like 40 minutes to play a bus kick next, like all one time. Move! What the hell? What the hell? I brought you over here to be in line. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. We'll put you on here in just a second because you're here. Oh, no. It's okay. What is it? Wow. So who didn't have one? Who did not have a phone? I had two. Who did not have one? I think F.A. didn't have one. Josh should have had it because I won him another time. We go, all right. You good? I'll go back to Casino. Marvel's fine.
All right. Hey, we're back with the 99% Radio Network.
The award-winning 99%.
That's right,
Radio
and
Network.
we are here
Show
at Giovanni.
of the year.
We are here at Giovanni's in Rockwall, Texas.
Yes.
And we've been honoring
Come
our
on
vets been hearing their stories, hearing their memories. It's been one hell of a day. Giovanni's is donating a portion of their proceeds tonight. They've actually extended it from 6 o'clock till closing to the Third Watch FFVET chapter so that they can provide for our veterans throughout the Rockwall and Rowlett communities. So
thanks,
we're going to continue on with our veterans and our first responders. And I want to welcome, I'm going to move the camera this way. There we go. We're going to welcome Sea-Dog, who has got a very great, he's got a compelling story. Sea-Dog has been in numerous branches of the service and a Vietnam vet, which, that in itself is just, an amazing feat to be able to serve in Vietnam. So I want to welcome you, Sea-Dog. Thank you for joining the 9 to 9. As a Vietnam first, I wouldn't even know where to start with you, to the point where you've served in almost every branch of the service,
except the Air Force.
Except the Air Force.
But he was.
So that's almost. He
was air crew.
Okay.
What?
So by serving in those branches, when you were in Vietnam, you got deployed, you got drafted, or did you?
Okay, let me. I'll give it to you real fast. June 12, 1968, I was inducted into the United States Army. By December 1st, I was in Vietnam. At the induction center, I met this girl that typed up all my paperwork, and she looked pretty hot, so I got her address. And we've been married now 49 years.
Wow.
Oh!
Wow. God bless. 49 years. Salute.
Way to go. I got out of the Army in 1970 and swore to God I'd never put on a uniform again. And that lasted almost 2 years, and I discovered that I'd changed. All of my buddies from high school were still high school kids. They were interested. Their big words were independence, freedom. They hadn't learned anything about responsibility, duty, honor. And I didn't fit in anymore. So in 1972, I enlisted in the Marine Corps. And the big reason for that is I figured out that hippies do not screw with Marines.
Yeah.
So,
listen, Sideshow, this guy right here is one of my heroes. He has been recognized as one of Rowlett's vets by the city of Rowlett. He was a keynote speaker last year for Veterans Day, right?
Veterans Day.
Of course, COVID has messed all that shit up. Sea-Dog is one of my brothers. I love this guy. He's the real deal. He's a combat hero.
Nah, no hero.
No? Be quiet. This is my show. Our show. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Thought I was a dick.
You're good.
Okay. I don't think you're a dick. Okay. And this guy right here. All right. I know because I spend a lot of time. Don't laugh at me, fucker.
I'm gonna laugh at you. I'm gonna laugh at you because I can't wait till you watch the replay of this show. I can't wait till you watch.
I love these guys.
I know.
I love these guys.
I know, brother.
All right. And Sea-Dog, I love him because me and him, we've known each other for a few years now. All right. Me and him have had moments where we have because he went to Vietnam in 1968. All right. That was at the height of the Vietnam War. All right. A lot of stuff was going on. And that was during the United States push to take out the North Vietnamese. All right. So he was there during the worst of times. He came home during the worst of times. And then because the military was so fucked up, he went, not only was he in the Army, but he was in the Marine Corps. And he identifies as a Marine gunnery sergeant. But he was in the Navy.
All right. I got to cut you off. Are you going to tell his story, or are we going to have him tell his story?
No, I'm just saying. Okay.
12's not even halfway done. Keep going, brother.
12, why don't you tell us when his...
Tell us about when you met his wife.
What's my sign?
They were married at one time.
Come on, I want to hear the story. When you met his wife.
All right.
Okay, so obviously I will shut my fucking mouth.
Which will be impossible.
All right, no, I'm just saying.
I know.
Right? I love this guy. I do.
The over and under is 15 seconds. I'll take the under.
You guys are fucked up.
I
okay?
win.
You guys are.
There is a possibility that
All
somebody.
right, all right. I know where.
Let's see if 12 could keep his mouth shut for just without interrupting Sea Dog for.
I'm gonna
what,
walk.
you want to go 1 minute?
Hey, I'm gonna walk off set. Okay, I'm just saying. This guy right here.
I know you love him.
I do. You know why? Because
Tell us.
when
We
a
have all
person-
day.
Right. Because when a person picks up the phone and says, "I need some help,"
what does Sea Dog say?
He says yes. Sea Dog says yes. When you say, "I need some help," this guy answers the call. And you know what? Fuck all you all. That's what I'm saying. All right. Okay. This guy.
The blank part of the tape.
He answers the call. Yes, he does. Because he cares about people. He's
Because he doesn't have caller ID. He answers your call.
Listen,
because it doesn't
this
come
guy
up. Brian.
cares about people. Come on, Sideshow. God dang. All right. This guy.
If you video chatted him,
Oh my God.
you video chatted him, he would be like, "Oh my God, it's 12 again." All right.
Oh my God.
You know,
I knew if I just needled him, he'd leave.
Needle him a little bit.
All right. So
he recovers well.
a lot of us, Sea Dog, a lot of us have read about Vietnam in the history books. We've seen a lot of Vietnam movies. You know, a lot of us do not have the pleasure of meeting or even interacting with someone who served in combat in the Vietnam War. So tell us a little bit about your memories back then.
Most of the memories I had back then, I was a load store gunner crew chief.
What is that?
Hunter killer.
A what?
Hunter killer.
Okay.
Arrow scout, they call it now in a more politically correct.
Is that the
time.
guy that was in
made
in
a
the back? Get some, get some, get some.
We made a target out of ourselves and tried to lay down some smoke for the Cobras to come in and roll hot at it.
Okay.
Loads for the smaller helicopters.
We're the little fast guys.
Just talk a little louder.
And most of the memories I carried back from Vietnam, a lot of them, you know, even 12 hasn't heard very many war stories.
Thank God.
Because going back, some of that I don't need. You know, some of it I don't want to reopen up. You feel like you leave a piece of yourself everywhere.
Right.
Well, there's some pieces there that I don't want to try to get back.
Right.
And so I don't really tell war stories. But in 1985, I had to get out of the Marine Corps because the fourth child was born. I didn't make enough money to get them in the schools they needed to be. You know, my kids are, not to brag, but they were gifted. And so I got out, got a job that paid about 3 times as much. Then I enlisted in the Navy Reserve running river patrol boats. And they made me an ET-1. Then they closed the base down, closed the unit down. I've got a little over 18 years and no retirement. So in 2000, I enlisted in the National Guard, and I finally got a retirement.
All right.
So
All right.
that's the way my military career went. I was all the way across the board. It wasn't great for rank, but it was sure great for learning.
You know, you've really had an extraordinary life through your military career, post-military, giving back. Your daughter, your closeness is almost envious.
Well,
you know, it's most people should be envious.
You asked Renegade what his proudest moments were. I've got thousands of them that I look back on, you know. Those are the things I try to remember. But the most recent one was on our ride. You know, we went up to Missouri. And my daughter Tink got patched in as a full patch member. Dutch come up and asked me if I'd be her papa. And, yeah, things like that, you know, you remember. You feel it deep and you just go, man, this is the way life should be.
That just shows the character that the military has brought out in you, to continue to serve, to continue to be part of the community, to continue to give back. We are grateful for everything you've done. I mean, like I said, I learned about the Vietnam War in school, and here you were fighting it, which makes me proud to call you my friend.
Well, thank you.
And my brother, because, what I thought was just stuff from the books and stuff I saw on TV and video, you bring to life, and you bring a different perspective.
Well, I
want to thank you for it.
I used to ride with a motorcycle group called Warriors Watch, and it wasn't a club or anything like that. But when I moved to this area, I asked around and tried to find a veteran-oriented motorcycle group, and somebody told 12, and 12 called me up, and we probably talked for about an hour on the phone. And I was actually there at the first meeting, the first official meeting of Third Watch. I'm not an original member, but I was there at the first meeting, and that's when I became a hang-around. And
we're glad you did. We're glad you did.
So today is Veterans Day, and I will tell you what endeared me to Sea-Dog was this. One day early on, Sea-Dog came over to to the doghouse. It was just me and him. And it started out as a lot of conversation, just chit-chatting about one thing or another. And then you realize that as veterans, as a Leo to Leo or Leo to veteran or vet to vet, whatever that connection is, that you have a connection with that person. And you start talking about things like, for you, with Sam. You and Sam have a connection, right, because of 9/11 and the things that you experienced on that day. You have that, and no one can ever take that away from you. You will always have it. And Sea-Dog and I, that day, we made a connection.
We connected.
We connected over a large quantity of alcohol, I say, right?
Quite a few adult beverages.
That meatloaf. And I think we sang the whole Bat Out of Hell album, right?
Yeah, you still think I can sing, but you've never heard me sober.
But the fact of the matter is, brother, I think you're a hero. I know what you did. I know what you did when you were away from your family for a long time. Your service to the country. You were one of those guys.
I know what you did last summer.
You were one of those guys that sacrificed. You got caught up in a time when pay sucked. You had to go into 3-4 different branches of service to make it. But you made it.
Get my retirement.
That's right. You persevered. You served. You and Wes are very much the same.
Now there is kind of a thing though. Once you're a Marine, I'm proud of every uniform I ever put on, but I'm always going to be a Marine.
You are Marine Corps Gunnery Sergeant John Chelson Sea-Dog, and I love you, brother. Thank you for your service. Appreciate it.
Well,
thank you, brother.
Most of it for me was good. I built friendships. I built connections, brotherhood. When you get out of the military, that's the thing you miss. That's why so many motorcycle clubs are formed from veterans. I think we're all looking for that brotherhood. And I'm seeing the same thing in the Leo community. Once you get retired from the Leo, you still want to be a part of that brotherhood. That it's just become a part of your personality, part of your makeup.
That gives us a perfect segue into our next guest. So once again, brother, I want to thank everything for what you've done for our country, what you keep doing for our community, and just the person that you are, man. You inspire everybody, and I can't thank you enough.
To be honest with you, I feel like I'm blessed. I've got friends that I can count on. I've got brothers. I've got daughters. You can't beat the life I have, I think.
Yeah, amen to that. Love you, Sea-Dog.
All right, man. Thank you, Sea-Dog.
All right.
Hey, Sea-Dog couldn't have said it better. you know, between military and Leo communities, we are cut from a cloth of God that that is just that's unexplainable in some worlds. And not a veteran, but I want to bring on our next guest, who backs our veterans, who backs our Leos, and who's a retired.
Why is that?
Huh?
Why is that?
Why is
Tell
what?
us why is that?
Why is
Why does he back our
retired or why is he back?
We all know why we're fucking retired because we're old. Why does he back our vets and our Leos?
Because he is a Leo himself.
Hell yeah.
He is a Leo himself. He has found, remember when I talk about paths cross?
I do remember.
For a reason, and I always bring this up. Paths cross for a reason. And, I don't think, once again, I feel I'm blessed to have met this person.
That's right.
And social media brought us kind of together.
Yep.
But, in the short time we've known each other, I feel he's a brother. Because
he's a big ass motherfucker too.
Yeah, he's a little tall, right?
Yeah.
So, without further ado, I wanna introduce our next guest, Charles Hefe Clark. Man, come on in, brother.
Come on, Hefe, get in here. I ain't gonna move because I'm like at 2 minutes to the
No worries.
Here, all right.
Man,
Welcome,
look, he
Hefe.
towers over you.
Welcome.
Hefe, thank
Have
you,
met
Charles.
Mongo yet?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mongo.
One, like I said, let me just get it all in there because
he's a big ass.
He's a big ass dude. Charles has been in law enforcement most of his life.
Yep.
He is a retired officer. He's a retired police chief. He's battled most of our battles. He fights them every day, and he has found an outlet through what they call the Blue Voice on Facebook. Welcome, Charles. Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
We have spoken on Mad Radio. We have spoken in person about, our continued battles. The Blue Voice. How is that an outlet for you with the things that you've experienced?
It gives me a way to.
You're gonna have to talk louder.
Gives me a
he may be 6'5". Yeah, hold it up. He may be 6'5", but he's like a gentle teddy bear who has.
He's like walking dog.
Yeah.
He's carrying a big stick and he talks soft.
He talks really soft. So.
But no, it gives me a way to. It gives me a purpose, I guess. Because after leaving the force, that was kind of my purpose in life, to serve.
You bring up, and I didn't mean to cut you off, but
yes, you did.
No, I didn't, because he brings up a good point that we've all felt, that as law enforcement, once we retire or we go out on disability, we feel we lose our identity. But you took it to that next step.
Yeah, it's after I first started struggling with PTS, which was about around 2010 after my injury, which I really started setting in. Around 2013, I realized I needed help and got the help I needed. And then I started looking for another way to serve, to have a purpose. And I started a Blue Voice on social media. Basically, it's just a way for me to reach out and help other officers and veterans, all first responders, who are struggling with PTS. Show them how I've survived. I still struggle with it today, but it's not as struggle as severely as organizations of people that have survived. It's a way for me to help and reach out and give back.
When we speak to veterans that suffer from post-traumatic stress, we speak to law enforcement. The main component here is giving back. Not losing your mission, not losing who you are, your self-identity, but giving back seems to be like the core purpose and a lot of our brothers and sisters healing process. Do you feel like this has become a big healing process for you?
It's helping other people. It's therapeutic for me as well. You know, but not only do I want to help other people, but I also want to increase education. I want to increase knowledge. I want to work on having more, departments and administrators understand post-traumatic stress and police officers, understand that the programs need to be developed. And then also want to ensure that there's some kind of training program that teaches police officers responding to calls how to deal with people with post-traumatic stress and smashing that stigma. That a lot of people believe that every person with post-traumatic stress is violent or whatever, and that's really not the case. So I want to see a program, something that instituted that educates patrol officers that end up going on mental health calls involving post-traumatic stress, and in education and training programs run in the police department to educate administrators how to recognize it and develop programs to help their officers without the risk of because right now that's a problem. Officers don't speak up because they're afraid of losing their job. They're afraid of losing their weapons and their guns. They spend, like me, I was 15 years in my career. I've certainly made a lot of enemies. The most cops do it than 15 years.
One Mongo procedure to the child.
Well, they all like me. But, they still write me. Those things are rights you don't want to take away because it's, the job you do. So there's a lot of things we're working on to try to do. So I'm really glad I ran into you. We crossed paths. Like I said, I agree 100%. I think that was the reason sometimes. I think our paths crossed for good things and help a lot of people and make some changes, some positive changes. Like I said, it's therapeutic for me. It's like I think the veteran was up here a while ago, the vice president of the club. I heard him say that.
Oh, Renegade.
Helping other people takes focus off all the
Renegade
going on in his life.
Right.
Totally relate. Because when I'm helping
Josh,
talking to somebody else, and I'm helping somebody else with their problem, I'm not focused on what's going on in my mind.
All right.
And I'm smooth sailing. So I totally relate to that.
Yeah. And I would think most veterans and law enforcement officers and first responders would agree with that statement, that as long as you're continuing to give or help, right, our mission is still going. So our training kicks in, our what we learn kicks in, and we don't go down that rabbit hole. It keeps us out of that dark spot. And so many law enforcement, firefighters, and military intertwined in such a weave that we've all experienced the same things. We all feel that same pain. And that core thing of giving back is our nucleus. And for some reason, God has all put us in this spot to be together to bring forth more helping. And I cherish that. I definitely cherish that. 12, Mondo, me and you guys met at a law enforcement at Strokers during a fundraiser for 5 Dallas police officers who were killed. So God turned around and said, "Hey, I'm going to cross these guys' paths." Hey, and now we're the fucking
show of the year, 2020 show of the year. Woo! Hell yeah!
Me and Charles.
Wake up, Mongo. Show of the year.
Me and Charles path crossed with a blue voice, and we found out we live in the same community. There's a higher power here, putting when we talk about the planets aligning in a certain way. There's a higher power here putting us all together for some reason to do better for other people. You gotta believe that. You gotta believe that. And the people we've had here today, have all met and became friends and brothers and family for a reason. Except you.
I'm good.
You are like a friggin' stepchild.
He's here for the beer.
Yeah. My tab's climbing.
Now, Blue Voice. I just real quickly want to go on to Blue Voice. You know, that helps out a lot of officers, law enforcement throughout the country to vent, to be part of, to connect, to reunite, to almost not feel that they're left behind. How could they find you, Charles? How could they connect with you and be part of the Blue Voice?
Just find me on Facebook, the Blue Voice Support, Gmail, the Blue Voice Online, gmail.com, also the Blue Voice on Instagram. I answer all the messages and all the emails for the Blue Voice, so either one of those routes is the best way to get a hold of me. And I don't sleep at night. My biggest problem is nighttime, so yeah, I'm always.
Yeah, well, you found a friend.
So, I'm Googling big ass motherfucker and I can't find you. What's up with that?
You can text me then, because I'll be awake with you.
Where you live, bro?
I'm always online, so yeah.
You know,
we're joking, right?
No, but you bring up something that I want to put out there is that you don't sleep at night. And we got 4 guys sitting around here right now, or 5 guys. Sorry, can't count, but 5 guys sitting around here right now that don't sleep at night, and it's because of those monsters, because of those demons, because of those things that have happened to us throughout our career. But one thing is for sure is that we are all connected to help each other. So, if you are one of those officers that cannot sleep at night, get online and look at the Blue Voice. Hit up Charles and say, hey, I don't know why I can't sleep at night.
I'm always available.
Yeah. And it's same with 12 and same with Mongo. That's what it's all about. Hit us up. We are online. If you can't sleep, we'll help you work through it, man. You're not alone. You're not alone.
Thank you for your service. Appreciate it, bro. Thank you for being on the show. Appreciate it, Hefe. We'll see you soon.
All right, man.
Awesome. All right. So we got like 50 minutes left, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's been an amazing show.
Someone bring in 3 at a time.
Yeah, well, we got to bring in. We still
up.
got to bring in.
Let's bring in. Hey, let's get Proctor. Let's get Wes, and let's get Moon.
No, we got to close off with.
Close with.
We got to close off with Jeff. We got it. Got to close off with Jeff.
You call him.
All right, where is he? Where is he?
I think he went home.
Did he go home already?
Pretty sure he went home.
Oh.
Charles. Hefe, as they call you.
All right.
So get all 4 of them at one time. We put them in.
Yeah. Well, let's
No,
let's bring in Proctor real quick. Come on.
Proctor, get in here. Wes, get in here.
Move! You're good, bro.
Move! Move!
You got it.
What's that? Wes. Yes, I remember. Sit down, bro.
All
we need
right.
Moon and Jeffrey, right?
Well, Jeffrey's, you said may have left, but you know what?
I don't see him.
Jeff left.
Hard to believe, isn't it?
All right.
Why is it?
That's Mark.
It's all you, man. Go. All
right, so
I'm gonna hold the camera since we got 3 of you.
So Moon is coming. So we're here right now with some of our favorite people. This is Wes Massey. He's like Sea Dog. He served in every branch of the military, but the Air Force.
But the Coast Guard.
And the Coast Guard.
No, I served in the Air Force. I did not serve in the Coast Guard.
But to his credit, this guy.
So he was not in the Brownwater Navy.
No, he was not.
No, I was not.
I met him through the V-Rock, and he's another veteran who makes a point to go out of his way to help other veterans, to make a difference. Over here is Proctor. Okay, Proctor was in the Army. I met Proctor many months ago, I guess, helping veterans that suffer from PTIs, PTSD. He's another guy that dedicates his life to making a difference. And so
I got to jump in here real quick. So Sideshow, where did we meet at? You remember?
Me and you?
Yep.
No, I don't.
We met in Brian's house.
Oh, that's right.
We
That's
were
right.
both doing a
Brian's house.
crisis intervention.
That's right.
Okay.
Helping a vet.
Yep.
Helping a vet. That's right.
And we didn't know each other.
That's
prior
right.
to that.
I
He was
reached
helping
out.
a veteran, so was I. We both came out of our warm, cozy homes, and it's not about us. It's about the guy that
That's
was on
right.
the other end that needed help.
Yeah.
And then we find out that his dad also is a Vietnam veteran. I pinpointed that when we were sitting there talking. So that's how John or Sideshow and I met.
Yeah.
It's some side street in Fort Worth
You-
in a house.
You talk about paths crossing for a reason.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. Yep.
So we want to end the show today. Again, 99% Radio Network 2020 show of the year because we get shit done. We help people. We make
Amen
it.
to that.
All right.
Yes,
So
amen.
we want to end on a positive note.
Yes.
So both of these gentlemen right here, Bruce McElhenney, Wes Massey, are both guys that, for me personally, I respect. They get shit done. They help veterans. They help people. I pick up the phone. I say, I have a problem with the vet. I need to take care of it. If it's Bruce's area of expertise, I'm on it. What can I do? If it's Wes's, when I met Wes, was here in the Rockwall area. Right away, we pissed a whole bunch of people off because it's like I don't care about protocol. I
There you
don't
go.
care about
Yep.
the rules.
Yep.
What does it take to get it done? He got it done.
I-
So, all right.
I lead by example.
Yep.
There's nothing I will not do for a veteran in need.
Yep.
There's a prime example. We just had recently veteran, a Navy veteran and his wife living out of a car. I got hit up. Hey, a guy by the name of Bob Miles, he runs
going.
the
Keep
Ruck
going.
Up Charities organization. He said, hey Wes, I got veterans that they're living out of the car. They need some help. Can you help me out? I said, I'll do what I can. I was actually on my way to a disabled American Veterans organization that I'm a life member of in Rowlett. And I said, I will intervene and take and go help these folks first, and then we'll go from there. So I reached out to Brian. He said, well, we're kind of hurting right now. So I reached out to some other folks of mine. And I'm gonna emphasize these folks. They're great people. They're with the Roy City American Legion, Post 100. James Murphy and Commander Cody Jacobs. They just instantaneously jumped over this because they are running an organization called Homeless Intervention, I believe it's called. Forgive me if I've got the name wrong, but if you got a homeless person, these people, they will bend over backwards, especially veterans, to help them. We wound up uniting together and putting this veteran and his wife in a hotel. We've got them lined up for jobs, and we pray to God that they will take advantage of this, move forward with their lives, get a job, and things. But this is what we are all about, helping veterans and their families in needs. Okay?
So we only have a couple of minutes left.
Yes, sir.
Proctor, I won't tell him why you're called Proctor. But you're a good dude. You know I love you. So you are, in addition to Wes, you're one of the most straight up dudes that I know. And
Yes, he
I
is.
love your brother because here's the thing. For our audience around the world, Proctor here, this is a guy when people have issues with PTIs and things like that. If I need help, advice, I call Proctor. Now,
Amen.
So Wes was, like I said, every fucking branch of the military. That was him. Proctor was U.S. Army. Real quick, we got about 2 minutes left. Favorite memory of your time in the U.S. Army?
Well, 2 minutes.
No, not even that.
All right.
Get it.
Central America. I actually just reconnected after many years. I got out in '88, so I've been out a long time, and that makes me 22 or so. But anyway, just reconnected with my platoon sergeant, Staff Sergeant Odell Lee at the time that I knew him, way back when, and we just reconnected. Some of the best times I ever had in my life, and if it wasn't for that man, I had some fun times, and he saved me through a lot of it. So anyway, hats off to you, brother.
Proctor, you're a good dude. I love your brother. I know you. You too. Listen, you get shit done.
Yeah.
Wes, all right, real quick. We got 15 seconds. Favorite memory of your time in whatever branch of service you want to report.
All right. Favorite time.
Very quick.
Favorite time in the military. United States Marine Corps. I was.
Hoorah!
Hoorah! I was in Hawaii. We were on the island of.
You can't tell that story. It's X-rated. You can't tell that story. Okay, come on.
Koalavi. We were supposed to watch this island to not allow the natives to come on because we had a lot of bombs.
Like Gilligan's?
They were called
Gilligan's Island?
No.
Fantasy Island?
It was for Marines.
Anyway,
It was fantasy hour.
we hadn't gotten any sea rations for a while. Gunny, his nickname was Hunter, for an old Kentucky dude. Anyway, he said, hey, or no, excuse me, not Hunter, but Trapper. His name was Trapper. He said, hey, we need to scout this island. We need to come up with some food. So we wound up finding some old goats on this island. And we wound up going and...
You got some old goats sitting next to you.
Yeah, we do.
Hey, you guys look like some of the ones we threw over the cliff. Anyway,
Is this a dating story or a eating story?
Eating story. So anyway, we wound up finding us a nice goat that we wound up having barbecue for the night. Oh my Lord Jesus!
Oh,
guys. Then we were on the news for indecency because all of us Marines, we went out to take a bath in the ocean, stark ass naked. And what did the media do?
Look at Mongo's ears perk up when you said naked.
Well, we had, hey.
And it lasted 15 seconds.
Hey, you know what? I'm
Anyway.
gonna, before you finish, I just got to transition. I want to transition real quick. You know what? This is not the typical Marine story.
Yes,
that
it is.
all Marines go and
Yes,
take a
it
bath
is.
together.
Yes, it
But
is.
I want to see where this is going to play out.
Wait,
I really want to see where this is going to play out. Good.
All right, so we got like
Hey,
10
you killed a
seconds.
goat and you got
We got
one.
time.
That's a good story.
So, all right, Proctor, West. One, appreciate your service. Two, I appreciate your friendship and the stuff that you guys do with our veteran community in North Texas. These guys are solid. For those of you that are paying attention to what the hell we do with the 99% Radio Network, the V-Rock, Third Watch, these guys are definitely our friends. They definitely help our mission and take care of vets. So, Sideshow, I think I'm just about out.
Done?
I'm done. These guys
It's
are the
about
real deal.
freaking time, isn't it?
These guys are the real deal too, and I love them because I can pick up the phone and say, "Hey Proctor, hey West, I need some help. Can you help me with this vet?"
Damn
These
straight.
guys step up every fucking time.
Yes, amen.
They step up. So I love these guys.
We love him. And we love Sideshow. And we love Mongo. And we love 99% Radio Network.
And we got time to
Number
close
one
out.
show
Close
in
out right
2020.
All right.
We're going to close out
Let
right
me let
now.
you guys go off set so I can get Mongo back in here.
Yeah, we're going to
All right?
close out.
All right, come on, Proctor.
Thank you, gentlemen.
All right, bro.
You know,
All right. Mongo, jump in here.
this has been one hell of a day.
This has been fucking awesome.
Between Navy SEALs
Yeah.
and Marines bathing naked
out.
together.
They're all empty.
So it has been one of those great days, honoring our veterans, hearing their stories, and being able to share
That's right.
with them. You know, I can't thank Giovanni's restaurant enough.
Giovanni.
Giovanni
No S.
restaurant enough for opening up their doors to us and allowing us to broadcast live from here. Also giving back to our community.
Yep.
And our military community. I can't thank Third Watch Chapter Firefighter VET, the vet chapter of Third Watch, enough for really getting this all together. Our speed painter who really did a beautiful job.
Was that awesome or what?
Oh my God!
That
Really
gave me
brought
goosebumps.
Really brought the patriotism to life on what this day means to even non-veterans like myself. But it has been a wonderful day. The darkness has come over us, and I thank everybody who stayed tuned with us and enjoyed this whole Veterans Day together with us, man. This is what the 99 is all about. This really fills me up because, 12, like I said, man, we all have our demons. We all have our monsters to deal with, but this is a healing process that goes beyond any therapy couch. So I'm just going to put it off to you and Mongo real quick before we close out for any final statements.
Hey, to all veterans deployed, stay safe. To all veterans stateside, enjoy your holiday rations. Happy Veterans Day. Thank you for your service. And off to 12.
Yep. So happy Veterans Day. Thank you all, every branch, Army, Navy, Marine Corps, Coast Guard. Thank you for your service. The 99% Radio Network appreciates it. We love you guys serving around the world. Wherever you are, we appreciate your service. You are making a difference. And the 99 has your back. We love you guys. And on Veterans Day, we salute you. And we salute every veteran service to community. And I'm 12.
Okay,
I'm
I
out.
think I see it.
All right, man, and we want to leave you with what we opened with, a tribute to all our military veterans who've served, present and past, fallen with this. Until next week, this is the award-winning Man
99% Radio Network 2020 Show of the Year. Yes!
We're out.
Well, we go to the cigar shop and smoke a stick and say, I don't care what the numbers were, but that was a great show. They take it, they might recycle it. I don't think so. Being in the beer distribution business at one time, restaurants do recycle beer bottles. Distribution. You get money back. So if we're on terrestrial radio, what's that like?